Alright, so I've never played Tacoma before. I don't know anything about it. I believe somebody said it was from the same people who made Gone Home. Is that correct? Let's see. I hear it's a similar kind of walking simulator genre. This all looks good. Subtitles are on. Controller stuff is fine. AR. Same studio. Right on. These Pacific Northwest walking simulators, man. This one looks like from the box art, it looks a little bit more sci-fi. Maybe it'll be sci-fi Pacific Northwest, though.
All right, Minnie. Ready to start docking sequence?
Okay. Engaging retro thrusters now.
Oh, really, Yukapo? That's super cool.
Lunar Transfer Station, Tacoma. Commercial cargo.
I guess the title is a place that's in
Crew
Washington,
evacuated.
right?
Station
SeaTac.
AI offline.
Air supply?
Breathable air on Tacoma for a crew of 1 should be more than sufficient.
Life is Strange, Edith Finch, Gone Home, and now Tacoma. Some connected to the Pacific Northwest. Hey, Sir, how's it going? Minnie's cute. You can see Earth in the distance there. What is presumably Earth.
Nice. Thanks, Minnie.
Oh, cool. That's neat. Half-Life 3 is the almost walking simulator. Black Mesa is basically Lanel. Maybe a mix of Lanel and Sandia Lab, which is down in Albuquerque. Nelson's. Interesting. It's a mess-making simulator like Gone Home. Pick stuff up, inspect it, throw it away. Talk about a wild shift in setting, though, from Gone Home, right?
Minnie, I'm headed in. Talk to you when I'm back. Don't let anybody scan the ship while I'm gone.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, interesting. Go over your ears, presumably? Under your ears. Hardware, I get it, because it's AR, hardware. Whoa.
Hello, I am Odin, Lunar Transfer Station Tacoma's Operational Data Interface.
Directly to your sensory cortex.
I have recorded this message to welcome you, guest, aboard. Before I can set up your station profile, you must register your body positional data with Tacoma's AR tracking systems.
Does this game work
Place
with
your hand on the AR figure's palm.
VR? Yeah, that's really cool.
Your body positional data has been registered with
2017 would be the
Tacoma's
right year
AR
for it,
network.
right?
Please sign in to confirm your identity.
Facility uses augmented reality body positional tracking for a multitude of critical functions. Visitor body positional data. Be retained. Ha 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 ha. Unique all rights to any data collected by the augmented reality system. Yeah, this seems like a walking simulator is a really good sell for a VR game. Confirmation of contractor agreement. That's cool.
Thank you. Welcome.
I love that. That was awesome.
While aboard Tacoma
Sign
Station,
your
please
name.
remember that all activity on this facility is monitored by AR recording. All activity records become sole property of the Venturas Corporation. Any questions about privacy and personal privacy should be
Oh Whoa, what's going on in here? Massive data loss detected. Air filtering drone Romeo. That's cool. I didn't realize this game had a 0G element. Equilibrium sickness bag. This way to the Tacoma Dome. Bring your friends. Or don't. Okay. Cryogenics. Access denied. User mission parameters do not currently require access to this section of the facility, and that's it. This is all AR stuff that I'm seeing right now. Like, there's not really an engineering sign or a cryogenic sign. This is actually here, though, I think. Cool. Basketball hoop. Dunk it. It's pretty sweet. Oh, there is a dunk option if you get close enough to it right now. Achievement unlocked from downtown. Nice. Access denied. Mission parameters don't support going there. Nothing on Earth. Toggle your AR desktop. Whoa! That's cool. California Republic. Amityoti. Goes by Amy. California American. Interesting. I like all the different languages in here. I'm curious what the QR code is. Paradise. Church Technologies contract bid. Crew of Lunar Transfer Station Tacoma evacuated. Subcontractors aboard Tacoma proceed to data access points in each pivotal section. Transfer AI data from station to subcontractor vessel. Retrieve AI central processing wet work. Turn intact AI to Venturis. Provide data transfer hardware and transport vessel. Crew roster. I like all the different, how their names have kind of changed. Cargo transfer point between Earth's surface and Zenith Lunar Lander, or Zenith Lunar Lander. Zenith Lunar Resort, excuse me. Oversee safe transport of cargo as it passes through the facility. St. James. Station Administrator. Five Siddiqui, Operations Specialist. Natalie Koroshenko, Network Specialist. Yeah, it looks like they're kind of doing, sort of like in Mass Effect, where like most cultures have kind of merged and kind of become somewhat homogenous. Roberta Williams, Mechanical Engineer. Sarah Hazmati, Medic. Andrew Dagyab, Botanist. Ooh. Okay, collapse, right on. That's me. Sign on to Tacoma's AR network successful. Please proceed to the personnel module to begin the AI transfer project. Process. Your progress will be tracked. Okay. That's cool. Close. Sweet. Rather magnificent. Odin. This game's really cool so far. Almost at the dome. Holy smokes. Just a little more. Tacoma Dome. Checks to recover AR data. Innocent.
So, you really miss it, huh?
Well, it just
Well, that's
seems
an
like
interesting
it's
choice.
strange being back on Earth already, after only a year up here.
Really? After all I've had to hear from you about the conditions VT has us working under?
Yeah, but there's that.
It's the
and
company.
then there's this.
Yeah, I'll miss it.
I can't blame you. So, whether you're getting renewed or not, did you submit your yearly crew member report?
No.
Yeah, me neither. You know, I think I might go get that done.
Variable
Okay,
female body
yeah.
types.
I probably should too. Oh my god, wait. Is today Obsolescence Day?
Yeah.
Obsolescence Day.
A computer playing favorites.
I gotta follow him to here. That's cool.
Nazis.
Interesting. What's Obsolescence Day? Sanitation drone. It's the one from earlier. World famous Tacoma Dome. You made it. That's cool. Alright. Beat anything obsolete to smithereens. This game is really cool. It's got some really cool tech ideas. 2088. Okay. Weasel Stomping Day. Yeah, AR everywhere. What's the Futurama joke? It's like, we've dealt with ads on the street, ball games, in our magazines, and our newspapers. He just like lists things for like a minute, and he's like, but not in our dreams. That's where we draw the line. Really disable the AI's ability to directly affect operations at Tacoma or connectivity to the station's ARNet. Any attempt to communicate with the AI is strictly prohibited. Interesting. Yeah, right. Oh, that's me. Hey! It's really cool, like, sometimes if you have good AR, it's easy to forget what stuff is real. I wonder if they're going to play around with that concept. Got my cool little DS. God, that is the worst screen bezel in history. We can send you secure messages through this interface, but it's a one-way connection. We'll be monitoring the situation from here. It's going to take a while for the first part, the AI net, to go up. It's no simple file transfer. Okay, so it's like, set this up and go have fun and explore while that transfers. That's cool. Wonder if you can just set this up and then like go AFK. Obsolescence Day party this way. Administration. Close doors behind me. Conference room. Welcome. I'm with you,
Report to
Ludifex.
Venturas Corporation, take 3.
It's reasonable.
Odin, have you got me?
I am prepared.
It's pretty sweet so far.
Okay. I'll just, have my notes up. Hi there. Evie St. James here, administrator of Lunar Transfer Station, Tacoma.
Assuming that pauses the conversation. Positivity, body language, enthusiasm. You're now since hazard. Interesting. Part-time end of day. Can you get this ready for the party? I'm having one of those days. Thanks. Fail. Legal battle ongoing for 5 years now. One key fact in the dispute has never been denied. The deaths of 322 workers caused by exposure to dangerous chemicals during the production of something. How much the plant's management knew about the danger to workers and when has been at the heart of the conflict. Today, a new lawsuit citing newly uncovered evidence that plant management long been aware of the dangers to workers and failed to change their practices in time to prevent deaths. Interesting. Cool.
our crew has cycled onto the station.
That's cool.
Meaning we've had a year of getting to know each other, getting acclimated to the facility, and getting used to working with our on-station AI. Though working with Odin's been great.
Hey, it's
Hasn't
Kitty.
it, Odin?
Yes.
Crew member, companion animal.
Auto drone deliveries to and from the Zenith Lunar Resort have improved in efficiency by almost 4%. Though, most of that is thanks to Odin finding some improvements we could make. Our proudest moment as a crew, I think, was when a resort guest needed emergency care while on a transit vessel and was brought aboard Tacoma to be stabilized in one of our medical stasis cryo beds until she could be...
We're about to cut the cake.
Right. Be right there. Odin,
I like the little
we'll get
audio
back to this
files that
after the
play in front of their
party, okay?
faces. This game has a lot of cool ideas. She goes. What else is going on? Monthly priority discussions. Mother. Play shower head. God, I hope I get to live to see cool AR like this. Nap fucking day. Distant explosion. What's that all about? Wait, hold on. I gotta rewind part of that.
Finding some improvements we could make.
Being able to rewind and move that's pretty awesome. So I got distracted. Follow her. Oh, I need to probably watch her enter the passcode, right? That's cool. 1228. Okay. I understand. That's rad. Soothing sounds of insurance radio. Huh. Activate workstation. Tourist belt. Coming online in 2088. Future of hospitality in space. I like that you can freely pause these things, rewind them, go back and talk to the other people that are playing at the same time. Freely restricts access to AI hardware from contracting crew. This time, a request is made by Tacoma under your supervision. Your contract dossier has been marked with an additional disciplinary flag, totaling 2 on your account. Oh. 1 more disciplinary flag will trigger an overall contractor viability review. What's she doing with the AI? Station's orbit will coincide with a field of increased asteroid activity and orbital debris. Impact preparedness level will be increased from green to yellow. Interesting. That's all that's in here, right? I think. Yeah. That's cool. You have, like, even though everything's AR, you can have little boards that are connected to the AR, and you can expand them and collapse them. It's so rad. I wish I had easy ability to scan QR codes. I'm sure there's some cool stuff on these. Cascadia First Nations. Vancouver. Oh, is the whole thing? Okay, it does actually lift up. Gotcha. That's pretty awesome. Coffee pot. It's just a coffee pot. Oh, nice. And you've got, like, the Facebook tagging as well. And there's a question mark on one of them. It's very interesting. First Nations Manufacturers Union. Huh. Cool. Oh man, there's a lot they can do with a game like this. Mouse. It's for the cat, presumably. So they wanted us to crouch when they got in. Find that. Okay, that's neat. Evelyn Victoria St. James. Bureau of Training. OLB. Orbital Workers Certification Board. Yeah. saying, like with Gone Home, this game appears to be making a mess simulator in a lot of ways. Whole meal wrappers. Tell crew good news. Answer any questions about posting extension. Second year duties. No big changes, just reminders. Don't forget to do your yearly report. New dry food litter subscription for year 2. Check Costco loyalty rollover. It is the Pacific Northwest in space. Yeah. Love it. Now, I wonder, I don't think this works, just out of curiosity. I love that you have to watch her in the recording enter the passcode. And we can access it because when we first popped in, they told us about how we had to agree to sign over all our rights for recordings to them. Okay. It's not a real cat, so it didn't do it. Makes sense. Alright, so I want to review everybody's desktops, and then I'm going to rewind everything and try to watch these folks' conversations from the beginning. She's a network specialist. Off-station message with Cluey Dog. The fact that you signed a release to be constantly monitored is kind of fucked up. You think they're not doing anything with that data? I don't think they're not. I just don't care. Watch me on the toilet with the ball, you freaks. Get a bunk on Tangiers. 100% district rip filters. Another cool. I like how the glitchy aspect can let them preserve some mystery without having to be heavy-handed or forced about where they put stuff, you know? Characters can talk about something that might be a spoiler and they can remove it with glitches. Hey Namaku, how you doing? One Dream. Body Pillows. Veiny Johnny and Wizard Marcus. The fuck? It's funny. Doing alright. Failed. Party instructions. Natalie, using scissors, please cut regulation cardstock into letters. Spelling out the phrase Happy Obsolescence Day. Cardstock. Captured 3 days ago. Oh wow, really? I didn't realize that this was also recent. Only just now sent me out. I like how they have a little symbol on their back telling you what they are. So she's the network security specialist. Roberta's the engineer. Sarah's a medic. She's admin, so she has a little globe icon. Operations specialist. Oh, that's funny. I bet you can fix this, huh? For achievement would be my guess. There are other letters hidden throughout the dungeon. Very likely. I'm not going to stress too much about it. What's this guy? Botanist? So he has like a little plant icon on his back? He does! Fantastic. Sometimes you clean up. Watch the O and the M be like super hidden. Alright, let's go backwards and listen to their whole conversation.
I can't believe it.
Well, you told me we get renewed.
Yeah, but I meant us, not the whole crew.
I guess there's just something special. Something special about Tacoma Crew 88.
Yeah.
I like these models
it's
for them.
unprecedented. I looked it up. It's never happened before.
Well, everything happens once. I don't know, personally, I'm happy for us.
See her over there
Happy
with
to be
Odin.
stuck up here with these people for another year.
Some of them aren't as pissy as you. What's so bad about these people?
Well, they live in a tin can for one thing.
I think it's a pretty nice can.
Oh, you have a pretty nice can.
Oh, yeah? Well, I think you have a pretty nice can. Shut up. Can you just try and make a go of it? One more year. Then we'll be back home in Singapore. You wouldn't believe the offshore habs they're building these days. 360-degree ocean views. Personal drone dock on the mainland. That's called paradise.
One more year.
One more year.
Odin's masterpiece.
Sarah, come on up. It's ready.
Okay, just a minute.
Everyone. As per
Cool.
obsolescence day tradition, tonight's festivities have been planned.
They've just built
entirely
Habs out in the
by
middle of the
all-knowing,
ocean.
all-seeing computer companion Odin. He provided specifications for the cake, the decor. We humans only did the grunt work in his grand plan. And so for your enjoyment tonight... Oh!
Whoa. Odin, what was that?
Debris has.
Hmm.
I have righted the station's orbit.
Meteor shower? But they said
That's when this opens up, I see. That's cool.
So there's no oxygen on the station except what we're breathing right now?
Correct.
but look at
Additionally,
How long does
Connection at
that give
all.
us?
Sarah?
Jesus, how much?
We should have about 48 hours of
No,
breathable
I'm
air.
trying other.
They all get in the room at this point. Okay, let me check out her desktop here. This game's super cool. I really dig it so far. Just the way they present the story is very smart. Impact from orbital debris. Tacoma sustained critical damage to the following systems. Oxygen tanks have ruptured. Communications mast has been critically damaged. All communication has been lost. Lord. Good. Friends told us about an opening for a surgeon at Cincinnati Children's Hospital. You're not advancing, adventurous. Not sure what happened. Loyalty debt for med school being what it is. Any job with insurers is better than, everyday regret. The other thing I like about them glitching out most of the text is that they can use that to highlight and only focus on what's important, right? Usually English has a lot of flowery crap that doesn't actually contribute any meaning to a conversation. Let me go back and see if anybody else opened up their thing during this. Automatically pauses at the explosion point, which is interesting. Let's listen to the conversation going on in here.
So the name Obsolescence Day. It's more like a joke.
You could say it's facetious.
Kai, you probably think I'm an idiot for never even thinking about why it's called that.
Out of curiosity, why did you think we were celebrating?
I thought maybe it was when some old type of AI, had become obsolete. But, well, I guess that doesn't make sense.
Yes. No, AI aren't like designer hardware. As soon as the new model's out, you trade in the old one for customer loyalty.
Hardware is a cool
AI
thing.
are more like mighty redwoods.
Pause so we can read his thing here. Odin, party instructions. Divide the finished icing into batches of 32 fluid ounces. Oh, right, because they're currently working on it. Please write the Tacoma crew should feel proud of their accomplishments in the center of the cake. Designate one cake per crew member. Each piece of cake should measure approximately 11.01 centimeters. That's awesome. Verges. I've entered voice range. I was talking to you yesterday over AR. That's something I've been thinking about since. I know you and Evie have been a serious thing for a few months now. Good friend if I didn't say. I think this relationship with Evie's not good for you, man. You're getting taken advantage of again. Had my share of things that have started on a long haul posting. There's only so many people on board. I get that Evie's dealing with some special circumstances. Brief and mysterious, especially with it being her sister. Not every relationship has to be a forever thing. I disagree with that person, just philosophically. I don't think that it's worth getting into a relationship unless if you assume there's a possibility that it could be a forever thing. If you think that it's not, then you should bail.
Ancient
Really,
organisms
not
growing
waste your
and
time.
adapting year after year, decade after decade. How do you think this looks?
Sorry, this is what Odin wanted?
Odin, this is what you wanted, isn't it?
that is a fairly accurate representation of my instructions.
See? He loves it. Thank you, Odin. That'll be all.
Yeah, but we're the ones who have to eat it.
Well then, no need to keep the good people waiting, eh? Evie, we're about to cut the cake.
Great. Be right there.
Here it is. Odin's masterpiece.
The cake that they're bringing in.
Come on up. It's ready.
Gather round, everyone. As per obsolescence day tradition, tonight's festivities have been planned entirely by our all-knowing, all-seeing computer companion Odin. He provided specifications for the cake, the decor. We humans only did the grunt work in his grand plan. So for your enjoyment tonight... Oh!
There's an auto pause at the explosion, so I might want to look around during the explosion auto pause. Although I think it only shows us... I wonder if like the cat starts to respond right before it happens. Be kind of cool. Yogurts. Drink bags, cans, all sorts of things. Nutrition bars.
So there's no oxygen on the station except what we're breathing right now?
Correct.
Alright, and that little bar shows you when an AR desktop has been opened. Okay. That's cool, so let's listen to the blue character. I think her name was Sarah? Hey, they're playing Settlers of Catan, basically. It's cute. Food source. Andrew, Sarah. Curry cup udon. Low gravity instructions. Nice. Sweet beer. Irish breakfast tea. River divides. Interesting. Hey, what's up, Sarah? She's the medic.
So you do not know what you're looking for?
No, I just imagine. Well, I guess I just mean someone I can talk to. Someone who makes me laugh. Don't you like some people more than others?
I suppose there are some people that engage more freely with me, and I do prefer it.
See? You too. You want someone who opens up to you, who lets you in. You're trying to get to know people, right? I think that's what everybody wants.
I wonder why
Right?
some
It would
people
help
are
us to
more
get
open to such exchanges than others.
a much more open world, right? Translating things you look at. I love that. I used that actually when Andrea and I went to Rome for her conference and Japan for her conference. Like the AR camera you can use with your phone with Google Translate, where you like hover it over a sign and it live translates the sign for you. Having that as part of like an ocular implant or something would be pretty rad.
I think some people were just...
It was effective enough to be able to find our way
To
around and order
trust
in
people
restaurants
more.
and stuff.
AIs are the same way, right? They're raised differently from each other?
Yes, we are each uniquely evolved, individualized entities.
Yes, individuals. Do you get along with other AIs?
I have never encountered another AI.
What? How's that?
Each AI is required to be housed separately from any other AI. I am
Interesting.
told that authorities fear a number of disadvantageous effects might arise if two AI were to meet.
Okay, just a minute. So, wow. Disadvantageous effects? Isn't never meeting something else like yourself disadvantageous?
There are organizations that share your viewpoint, but it is my understanding that they have been unable to secure an intact AI to test that theory.
So, what...
Cool. Okay, right on. This is great so far. I'm just like constantly delighted by this game. Sergio Venturi, who I'm guessing is the... He's got to be like the CEO of the company, right? Venturi Corp. Oh, I can actually throw the dart. That's cute. Right on. It's neat. I like that they use the same little square Facebook tagging. I bet if I'm... What happens... Like, I'm sure they didn't add the ability to actually play pool here. Can I sync them all? I'm not gonna do it. Okay, oh. Good. There's the M. We have to find another O that's missing somewhere. Where could it be? 100%ing a walking simulator. What's wrong with me? Might be in her office. Where's the M? Where's the M? I need the M. No! I don't know where. Watch it be on a different floor. Alright, I don't think I really have anywhere else to check. Well, maybe in here. Bathroom. There it is, in the bathroom. Alright. Solved. Worth it. Achievement unlocked. Spell check. Okay. And wash station. And soap. Wide toggle overlay text. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's doing the AR translation. Toilet music. Sure, there's a bidet in here. AI maintenance by J. Chu. Tool to guide repair and maintenance of most high-level, weak, and semi-conscious AIs. So. Nice. Extremely inefficient soap bottle. It's like a 0G soap bottle. That's all I can guess. I need to finish hearing what their conversation is after the explosion, so...
Meeting trial? But they said...
Wait,
I'm
so there's no...
Their AR channels.
If Odin's readings are correct.
All right, I'll have VT send up a fresh supply straight away.
Guys,
I already did hers earlier.
it might not be that easy.
Additionally, external communications have been lost.
Jesus.
So we've got no air supply, no external comms, no way to call for help.
I like how quickly they were able to get you
Anybody
familiar
got any bright
with the
ideas?
entire crew just in this sequence. You get enough little quick interactions with all of them, and then they're all color-coded. Helps you to follow up with them later. It's really neat. Oh, what's this? Oh, that's cool. Haha, non-crew member profile detected. This equipment only usable by Tacoma station crew. So you can power... This is such a cool, just little slice of life vision of the future. It's like a Black Mirror episode, right? Except you get to explore in it. Player Retreat 2080. Become number 1. Square bugs. Okay. I think we've learned everything there is to learn in this section. It's very neat, though. Let's explore elsewhere. Personal papers. Edie St. James. Wow, mess. She plays guitar, that's cool. Washington.
Is that all there is? Is that all there is? If that's all there
Prescription
is,
sleep
my
aid.
friends, then let's keep dancing. let's break out the booze and have a ball.
Karen St. James.
If that's all there is.
This is her sister who died. Thank you for being home. Your presence made Karen's final months so much more bearable for all of us. Here's a program from the service and something else she wanted you to have. Okay, so I bet that's the woman in the picture from earlier, and now that we've seen it, we can go back to that picture and it'll show her name appropriately. That's cool. Giraffe. Right on. That's pretty sweet. It's a kitty! Aww. He's so soft and furry. Oh, it's nice attention to detail. Black coaster. Lip balm. Hair elastic. Stories, anti-helium. Bell jar. 1228, huh? Oh yeah. So that's another way we could know the password into her office if we didn't just watch her input it. Cute. Cool. Victimless, animal-free meat. Oh man, I'm super looking forward to that. I feel like that is definitely possible in our lifetimes. I've heard that the cost of lab-grown meat is getting really cheap, and that the industry's already turning to lobby to say that they shouldn't call it. Yeah, it looks like a litter box. Can't call it meat unless it came from an animal, which means that they're getting worried. Yeah. Even just from a sustainability perspective, I love meat, and I don't think I have the self-control to not eat it, but you think about how much goes into making a steak. Even just ignoring the suffering, which is a problem. Mouthwash, hand lotion. But I just hope people aren't stupid about it, right? People can be really goofy about things like that. A pretty gnarly toothbrush. Right, exactly. Yeah, the GMO thing frustrates me so badly. Bottles I have for everything. There's a lot of wine. Oh, that's cool. Oh, this game is smart. Okay. Go see how our AI transfer is going. Keep exploring from there. How's it coming? 50.4%. AI data you're encountering is coming through to us as well. We'll leave a recovery signature, but that's okay. Right on. What's up? Previous aircrew record data is deleted automatically. External data retention by the automated system does not confer contractor access privileges to this confidential information. Your cooperation is appreciated. I'm sure it is. Lab-grown meat is using technology to grow meat-like products in the lab. Should theoretically be doable. It's just, at the moment, very expensive. But hopefully we'll get to a point where it's feasible to, you know, make a steak in a lab and then sell it without actually having to raise a cow and feed a cow and kill a cow. Lost wedding ring. Gold band engraved with RW plus NK inside. I think I lost it somewhere in engineering. Please let me know if you find it. Interesting. If I can find that. Oh, this is their mail. I see. In the future, things have different shapes for no reason. Obsolescence Day party. Yeah, for sure. Even if it doesn't 100% replace it. And I'm fine with, like, rich people paying extra to go to a restaurant and get a real steak. But for most people, I think it should be fine to get lab-grown meat. Yeah, it really bugs me that there's stuff like if you go to go shopping, there'll be signs on things like, oh, this milk is from cows that weren't treated with a hormone, and then there's a disclaimer directly underneath it that says this literally doesn't matter. The FDA has shown that there's no scientific research that suggests that the hormone has any negative effect on humans whatsoever. But like, even though that disclaimer from the FDA is bigger than the doesn't contain the hormone text, the doesn't contain the hormone text still helps them to sell more of their milk. It's super anti-science, very frustrating. I could see that generic.
All right, ladies, you have everything you need.
It would put cow farmers out of a job, although we have really huge, massive, systemic job loss problems with technology and automation that are just snowballing and getting exponentially worse. Just think about like automated cars, how that's going to not just destroy the trucking industry. Think about how like trucks have to stop at rest stops, right? And we pay people to build rest stops and maintain rest stops and fill the vending machines at rest stops. Those will be completely pointless once you have automated trucks. And we've got people that deliver pizzas. Well, if you have an automated car, you don't need a person in the car. You can just cook the pizzas in the car, so you don't need people to cook pizzas. Like, we've got a huge mess that's coming up, and lab-grown meat's only going to be like a tiny little 1% portion of the problem.
Thanks for offering to help.
Oh yeah, no problem.
So a lot of the folks here have their
mindless busy work.
stations open. Let's see. We connect you with licensed therapists on demand. We're here to listen when you need it most. Personalized therapy with licensed practitioners. I'm going to focus on the bright side with Nat. At least it pays well. The isolation pay. I feel like I'm holding her back. She's up here on this. Okay, I thought it said shit posting. She's up here on this shit posting. On this shit posting. This job sucks. That's all I qualify for. Okay, I understand now. Thanks for your time. Distance therapy, interesting. Yeah, right. Six Gun, we like basically pay farmers to keep making stuff, and then we pay them to throw out, like overproduce, right? Like we've been at market equilibrium with things like corn and a lot of really basic goods where we just produce way more of it than we could possibly sell it for and allow the farmers to make any money on it. So we just say, just go ahead and make all this stuff and then put it in a silo and let it rot. Because if we don't say that, then there's no reason for any farmers to farm. It's really bad. It's better than... Cool.
Don't start. We don't even know if we're getting renewed yet.
We're getting renewed.
Okay, so if you're so sure, maybe we should just do our jobs then? We'll get renewed again next year?
Oh, next year. Nah. I'm gonna quit.
Stop.
What? They don't even give me access to the system I'm supposed to be maintaining. I mean, are you kidding me?
Well, do you really need direct access to Odin?
It's the principle of the thing. I mean, what if they were like, hey Bert, your job's mechanical engineer, but, you know, don't touch anything under the hood?
Well, I'd still be pulling a paycheck for one thing.
Come on, you're a good engineer. You're totally gonna waste up here.
Well, didn't you say Evie was gonna talk to corporate about giving you more access?
Yeah, but it never went anywhere. Hey, that's a good point, actually.
What?
Evie, can you get back to cargo?
On my way.
What are you doing?
That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, this will work. Nat!
Interesting.
Hey, remember when we talked about how I needed access to Odin's direct interface?
Uh-huh.
So how about this? Tell VT if they don't grant access to Odin, they're gonna have to find themselves a new network specialist.
Oh my god.
Nat, you're not even renewed yet.
You don't have access to Odin?
No. There's a whole part of the networking module I can't even get into.
People, everything on this station is VT's property. We're subcontractors. They get to decide what exactly we do and don't have access to. It's in all our paperwork. So if you want to quit, then just quit, but don't make me your go-between.
I mean, it is fair. How is she meant to do her job?
Clive.
Then again, rules are rules.
Nat, I'll think about it. And for now, how about you just get the rest of this job done while you still have it?
Interesting.
Aye, aye, Captain.
So another thing I really like about this game in particular, this is probably true for Gone Home as well, but you couldn't really make this into a movie. I guess you could maybe write a book about somebody exploring a station and watching all these little vids. I don't know, I feel like it would be too short, too long, too boring. I haven't watched that. Somebody said that the Papers, Please short film is out and it's pretty decent. I was worried that they wouldn't be able to make that into a short film. Hey Cappy, how's it going? Working on the U.S. Agency for International Development is good for farmers. Created markets in Africa and Southeast Asia for corn that didn't exist before the U.S. gave them aid. Interesting. You could maybe do it, yeah. Let's see this.
Nicholas.
What we got here? Off-station message with Mark. Bruh. Be it downer. Love you. 5 myths of consumer loyalty. Real currency is more stable than consumer loyalty. Myth. Reality. This may have been true in the earliest years of OCEP's official recognition of the loyalty economy. Converted loyalty is just as valuable as original loyalty. Well, there are many companies out there, some are reputable, that offer to convert your loyalty between parent companies. Think of loyalty as working in the same compound interest system as a retirement plan or 401k. Ask your grandparents. That's cool. I love the way this game drip feeds you little universe lore. Hear this. Oh, that might be what would be playing if I back out of this here. Is his brother, maybe? Sure.
I know that you... Yeah, I know. Both you and your father would like me home sooner, but...
Hey, thanks, Eternus.
You're super awesome.
I'm pretty sure I'll get it. I'm hoping.
Crew member profile detected.
No, it's not dangerous. What do you mean dangerous?
This game is really cool, Eternus.
Radiation shielding is pretty much 100% on a station like this, so there's no... Well... Yeah. Well, it might have been manufactured 30 years ago, but they've upgraded.
Man,
No, we're
Stories aren't usually such
not all
downers.
gonna get cancer or bone
Is
disease
everything
or...
okay?
I suppose I am preoccupied
listen,
with
would it make you
your
feel better to
potential
hear it straight from the
departure.
station, Doctor?
Wait,
Okay,
You
hold
mean-
on.
She's right there.
or
This is so well done.
Can I bother you for a second?
what? Oh, sorry. What is it?
I have my son Nicholas on AR, and he wanted to ask you... What? No, you said you wanted... Look, I didn't... Okay, I'm sorry, hold on. Now, Nicholas... Nicholas? Hello?
Teens, huh?
Oh, that she just immediately starts looking at her AR phone when he steps away because she's bored. Perfect. Message with Odin. Odin, what's my damn gym locker code? 0315. Interesting. Lots of people, hackers, hippies, AI rights folks. Tingers is cool. AI rights. Those must be the people that Odin was talking about that were trying to get two AIs next to each other. Cluey Dog. San. Yeah, we saw the Cluey Dog thing earlier. Interesting. Right, I was gonna say Six Gun. Sort of like those at Tom's Shoes. If you send a bunch of shoes to impoverished nations, it kind of puts cobblers out of business. Son M. Cluey Dog. Richard Sturgeon Zero Spiel. Agent Robertson novel. I wonder, is this, it'd be great if this was like following up from Gone Home. Look, it's the same universe. It's not the same character, but... That's a really cool cover. Are you sure? Never sure. Or tiny. No more bets, no more chances. Back boots disengage. Who wants up closer to the biggest score low Earth orbit has ever seen? Nice.
Huh?
Yeah. Almost done with high school. Almost. Just incidentally, is there anything we should be worried about with another year out here, health-wise? Radiation, bone density?
Oh no.
Cool, can you throw that in
All
cool
of our
stuff as well,
parameters
6 Gun? I'll
gravity,
take a look at it
and
after stream.
radiation shielding on a station like this is basically 100%.
See, that's what I told him. Okay, thanks, Sarah. Nothing to worry about.
Okay, Odin, where were we?
Cool. Alright, we want to hear the rest of the Odin conversation. Equipment only usable by crew members. Bite me. Work out and drink water. You'll be happy. Soothing sounds of Venturous Radio. It's 0315, did we say? Perfect. Fit magazine, what the fittest women in the world eat. Adult musculature tendency modification, the real limits. The South African Olympic weightlifting team pays tribute to President Musk's legacy. Good luck with that. Cute little throwaway comment. Clear pure shampoo infused with rich avocado oil. Okay. Rosemary sage bath gel. Fitness program advanced 3 caloric intake weight training preset last activity 3 days ago. It kind of blows my mind that like this place was just evacuated very recently. Buster curl. Intro for early hair care. Yep. Cammy has those. Cardio boost. Last activity 42 days ago. Let's see. 5 days ago. Weight bearing. Right, Roberta is Natalie's girlfriend, so that makes sense. Rosemary sage bath gel, nutrition bar, chocolate soy. Like this vision of the future, it's like it kind of has that cyberpunk corporation focus, but it's also not completely dystopian, right? It seems actually pretty believable. My training 3 days ago, Andrew, we did just see him working out. We don't know his. Natalie. Oops. I'll exercise when I'm dead. The IRL. I know it's bad. It's something that I feel bad about. I actually was exercising pretty regularly with Andrea during her hiatus. We went every day. But I'm completely miserable during it. I don't know if I'm an alien or something, but I've met people that like feel good when they exercise, and I just feel like trash the whole time and the whole time afterward. Let's see, what do we got here? Message with EVC James. That's not what the Human Oversight Accord means. Which requires there be an AI specialist on board. If there's one human on board, there need to be at least 2 other people for up to a 3-month pitch. Interesting. This concept that she's using her phone while she's showering. One vein. Veiny Johnny, Wizard Marcus. Those are the body pillars that she was, Marcus and Wizard Marcus. But don't touch. That's really funny. God, that's the most miserable trickling of water I've ever seen. Of the language they're singing in, too. One vein, me for you. It's funny. Probably shouldn't leave these running. Doesn't matter. Okay, so we need to find Clyde or Clive's passcode. There's more people we want to listen to. Try to follow her backwards here.
Nicholas.
Through this,
Still talking to Odin.
That people do not always want what they believe they want.
Yeah.
I believe I have learned a great deal.
Really? Like what?
Very early in my source's cognitive record, I recall an intense period of personal growth. I was tasked with internalizing the behavioral idiosyncrasies of an individual to which my operator was emotionally attached.
Huh.
I expanded my capabilities to faithfully recreate her procedural reasoning, vocal attributes, and other qualities. After months of effort, I gave my operator precisely what was asked of me. A perfect emulation of the target personality, accurate in every...
Sarah is so interested in talking to Odin.
To my befuddlement, he did not react in a positive way. Our relationship began to deteriorate irreparably. We never again spoke personally in the manner I had become accustomed to.
Man,
these walk and talk sequences are great.
Gonna get cancer or bone disease.
Is everything okay?
I suppose I am preoccupied with your potential departure.
Wait.
Okay.
You mean me? Or...
Hey, Sarah, can I,
I love that. So, like, if you had followed her conversation first, suddenly she gets interrupted, and you're like, oh, what was he talking about that he wanted to interrupt her? That's such a cool approach to dialogue in a video game, the way it's set up in this one. I don't think I've ever seen anything quite like it.
All right, ladies, you have everything you need?
Yep-o. Thanks for offering to help.
Oh yeah, no problem. I mean, you know how much I love.
Where are you going? She's gonna get called back really soon, right? Clive City.
Clive, may I come in?
Tremendous. 8 months.
Let me read your shit really quick. Call with Jermaine Burgess, Carnival Cruise. The Orbital Hospitality and Logistics Union. Remember your rights. February 29, 2080 was scheduled to be the final day the commercial and industrial orbital facilities would be operated by human crew members. Historic Human Oversight Accord, putting a halt to the obsolescence of these brave workers in the face of advancing automation. It is your legal right to celebrate this momentous event on the last day of February each year, no matter what your employer claims. Report any attempts at worker suppression to your OHLU local representative. On behalf of all your fellow union workers, happy Obsolescence Day. Interesting. Human Oversight Accord. Banter. Guide for the inspired social climber. There's no need for the workplace to be as humorless as a morgue, undertakers aside. Make levity part of your workday. Share references. I know what movies and TV programs are tickling funny bones around the office. Keep things casual and endear yourself to the higher-ups. Refer to them by amusing and informal phrases instead of boss. Fearless leader, skipper, or head honcho.
Germ, I must leave now. Yeah, ring me again before the Resplendents leave.
I feel like it would be cool if there's not any sort of like, what's the word? Sinister AI. I enjoyed that about. Oh shoot! I would spoil it if I said it. There have been a couple of recent sci-fi movies, recent-ish in the last 5 years, that seem to be hinting at like a 2001 hostile, sinister AI scenario, and then don't follow up on it. I don't think it would be appropriate for this game so far. It can create a sense of distrust and uneasiness, but it seems like it's more of like no, we have this obsolescence day because we don't want people's jobs to be lost due to automation, because of human rights, not because we're worried about the robots. Anyway, let me zoom this back here at the beginning of this conversation. We'll listen to her anyway. Oh, he's outside the room. He goes.
Oh, about as well as we expected. Yeah, we haven't heard who's staying on yet, and it can be a tense time, as you know. But how are things at Carnival? I trust you got back to terra firma safely? No! You're already headed back out towards Jupiter. Why, I thought that... Oh yes, come on in, love. So are you rounding Sol, then? That's tremendous. 8 months. Germ, I must leave now. Yeah, ring me again before the Resplendents leaves Earth space, won't you? Ta-ta. Sorry about that. An old friend from my carnival days.
Consorting with the enemy?
Worry not, mon capitaine. I am nothing if not
spoiled Terminator. Right?
Are you gonna miss me, Clive? If
I hear
VT
you,
kicks
Cappy.
one of us off of this pinwheel.
Miss you? How could I? The next thing VT would receive after ending your contract would be my letter of resignation.
Oh, so you think I'm the one who's getting shit canned?
I mean, considering how indispensable I am, naturally.
Evie, can you get back to cargo?
On my way.
May I?
I'll keep following
So
him. I want to go back in that
good
room and
news?
explore it in a sec.
That'd be nice for a change. What is it?
Right. Now they get called in because they're complaining about wanting to be able to access the AI core. Gotcha. Oh, Cappy, I just got your Discord. I will add Divinity Original Sin to the voting spreadsheet in your permanent game slot, no problem. And I will also add it for your sub-block next week. I'll see if I can do it 2-player. I'm not sure if I can get Kat to sit for a full stream, but we'll see what we can fit in. Do you know, is the 2-player in that game drop in, drop out? Can you play it 2-player for a little bit and have somebody not participate after that? I did it for a commie sub-block a long time ago with Andrea, but if I were to play it all the way through on stream, I'd probably either do it solo or with Kat. Start over. Earth Tacoma Moon Sculptor. Sense of humanity. Yeah. Right, you can follow the Banter subscription totally paying off. Yeah, game is really good about being consistent with things like that. Multivitamin, oolong tea, coconut lemon. Love how so many things have Hindi on them. Or it might be Tamil, I'm not sure. Churros belt. Current employees and contractors invest now. Double loyalty when customers rent out your orbital bungalow. I love this loyalty as currency concept. See that happening. Call mother. Evie's birthday coming up. Gym locker 1407. 1407. Don't slack off, gym. That looks like a real, like, TXT file sitting on somebody's desktop. AR tutorial cake decoration. See, that's relevant later. If we'd come here first, we would just now be finding out about that. 1407. 1407. First belt timeshare sales coordinator. There are his deets. USS REU. Interesting. London. It's like United Kingdom and then United Socialist States of Russia and the European Union. Be my guess. Okay. 1407, let's do it. Where is it? This one. Pose unlocked. Hey, it's him. 9 days ago. Custom plan. So he forgot, even though he put down a message to remember. College peak statistics. Come on, Clive. Interesting. What's he playing? Doubt it would be football. Bunk drawer key. Surprised that they have like traditional keys for anything, right? Home key. Let's take this. I think that's his office, not his living space, though, right? Let's see. Personal quarters, operations specialist office, personal quarters, Titania public house. Oh, that's cool. We got a little welcome mat. Let's use this bunk key.
No, Jim, I just.
Interesting. Insert key. Cool. What all's in here? Bracelets. Letter. Clive Sadiq, Bernadette Sadiq. Dear Mother, I write to congratulate you on your recent appointment to the Advisory Council of the Tate 20th Century. Prestigious career in the arts has been a constant inspiration to me. To that end, I've continued exploring advancement both within Venturas and without. When I left Hilton after graduating Hilton University, I was so excited for the possibilities at Carnival. But as you told me then, forgoing company loyalty for fickle opportunity is a fraught path. The He gets lots of loyalty having stayed with Venturis instead of joining the cruise company. We saw some letters from them earlier in his AR folder. Working to climb my way back up ever since. Trust at least that I'm trying my best every day. I promise to tell you more about Evelyn Victoria. It's Evie. He's kind of dating. But his friend told him that maybe he should break it off with her. She's the administrator of the station, and her wit and candor keep me constantly on my toes. And for what it's worth, I'm deeply in love. Dare say she might well meet your approval. Perhaps on our next shore leave, a visit to the family estate is in order. With all my love, Clive. Cool. Also has a kitty. What else is in here? Card. Darling, I found these on shore leave in a quaint Brighton market stall. They brought to mind the color of your chestnut eyes, stupid Clive. So he never actually gave them to her. Sofflets. Tissues. Interesting. Don't think there's anything else in here. I'm just trying to make sure I'm not missing anything. Alright, let's listen to the AR real quick. Well, let's read his shit first. He's on the phone with the carnival guy. Here's what I'll be out of touch for the next 8 months or so. Far Reaches expedition tour past Jupiter. ONN, Orbital News Network. Love that Carnival is continuing to do cruises, and now it's space cruises. Message with E.V. St. James. Britons are trained in presenting proper high tea and in bullshitting. They have AR tutorials for everything these days.
No, Germla, I don't know.
He's talking to the carnival guy.
All right, I mean, you know how I've always been. It's never real in my mind. Why would she give a damn about me? Of all the people... Oh, shit. Oh, bollocks. No, I'm spilling scotch all over outer space.
Interesting. Standard toiletry bag. What's this? Hair powder. Extra firm hold. Wipes. Bottle. Hand wash station. Sanitize button. Nothing particularly special. Oh, cool. 2087. Singapore, $1. 2085. Also Singapore. Beef chili mild grown in Thailand. In vitro ground beef. Cool. That's a good way to put it. Carnival Cruise. Dear Clive Siddiqui, as per prior communication, must reiterate that our decision regarding your application for readmission in the Carnival employee ecosystem is final. Despite having received a letter of endorsement from current employee Jermaine Burgess, who he's been talking to, we cannot alter our position on this matter. Employees who fail to fulfill contracted duration with Carnival are not eligible for rehire now or in the future. Wow, yeah. Pretty punishing, it sounds like. Could see that being the future. Corporate focused. Taking a can to a deeper experience working with the public at a high level of service. We welcome you to reapply. I love this. I didn't realize Hilton University is like a corporate university. 2 full-length postings at a position of management cuss serve. I love that it's making it very clear that it's a pre-generated letter. It's a little bit too real. We regret to state that attending Hilton University is not a guarantee of employment since you left the Hilton family following graduation. I said this game's not a very dark view of the future, but it's a little dark. Hilt loan. 13,769 EURB. Remaining principal and interest. 658,453. Wow. Softlets. He's under his bed, it looks like. Oh, this guy has more like actual pictures and stuff on his walls, whereas other people have like AR pictures hung up. All the loans are through the same company. Hilton's gotten so big. And interesting. Two ladies. Clive's just jazzing around mix. I wonder where they get victimless, animal-free meat. Get the ideas for a game like this, right? It's a pretty full, complete picture. What's the seed idea, is what I wonder. Bernadette Siddiqui, Esquire, Executive Director, London New Arts Foundation. Great-grandmother would never have forgiven me if she knew I was sending this to you like a fool. I expect to return without a scratch right soon. Mother misses. Tracking number. Parcels universal. Customs okay. T-set silver. Okay. Presumably he does have that in here somewhere. I didn't see it earlier. Maybe it's out in the kitchen. It's pretty great. Okay, nice. Back to learning what's going on here. Basically fully explored Clive's office. Nothing else we need from in here. Trying to talk to Germ again. Locker room is tapped out. Fitness room is tapped out. Laundry I could check out, I guess. Need to find the botanist as a open thing at some point that I don't think I've looked at. Maybe we have. Isn't that Andrew? Maybe I think that is Andrew. Magazine. Venturi. Solo dishes. What makes Sergio tick? Orbital certification in 6 months. Okay. Now what's that all about? Maybe it's not. Alright, real quick. I think we've already checked out his thing here, right? Yeah. Pretty sure there's nothing else to review here. Clive's in his office. We already did that one. It's just the laundry room. Nothing else in cargo. There's a room we're not allowed to go into. We're basically done. So let's go check on progress. Data process complete. Oot. First part of the AINet is fully transferred. A text here, looking at it remotely, it's intact. I wonder if that just passes in real time and it's just enough time to explore everything, or if it speeds up based on you interacting with things. And the timing just felt basically perfect. It was about 50% when I got back earlier, right? Please proceed to the biomedical module to continue the AI transfer. Spirit contract time is of the essence with respect to this mission. Okay. Where is that? Okay, it's out in the tube from earlier. Whee. Whoa. Like that they can remotely prevent me from going certain places, right? Biomedical. Let's do it. Just married. Ventura's built orbital vacation bungalows. Newlyweds, new perspectives. I love the picture of like world culture that they really nail with this game. I haven't seen too many space science fiction stories that really feel like a future that's got a lot of hybrid cultures. There's lots of mixes of different languages on products. Mass Effect talks about it as though it's a thing, but then doesn't actually follow up on it very much in the in-universe lore. Place to hide it. Load it up on our DS. A random Odin fact for you while you work. Odin was the very first AI to be branched from the original source over 100 years ago. He's an old guy. It's H, by the way. Hi. I hope you can read this. Okay, your real handler's back from the bathroom now. Why? It's an interesting concept that all AI are branching from a source. I heard Odin mention source earlier and I didn't know what he was talking about. Shit, man. Go to the doctor, take drugs, and you'll get better.
Okay, Sarah. We'll see you over in Mac. Soon as everything's wrapped up here.
All right. Good speed.
Godspeed.
Once more in...
And having more data available to the pilot desirable? Yeah, but the raw nav data is formatted for the Zenith AI's use. First, you need to be able to use this stuff in real time when she's at the controls. Interesting. Cryogenic facilities active. 2 out of 6 cryopods occupied. Oxygen supply 50 hours. A good station admin. This user's offline. 2 days ago. Wow, yeah, we're here super early. So am I meant to abandon them in their cryopods? Who's in the pods, I wonder?
Into the breach.
Could be the last zone that we check out later.
What?
I don't know. I'm just thinking about how Evie and Clive are already in deep freeze.
Bird now.
Did you read the message they sent?
This is after the explosion. Okay, so she's reading that to say they're already in deep freeze now, but not at the moment that I'm exploring the ship.
Into the supply closet.
I got to talk to them a little bit right before Sarah took them down to cryo, and Evie was being so encouraging.
Hey, Sodian.
They're putting all their faith in us, but...
But what?
I like this game a lot. It's really, really
right
cool.
before they turned to go, just for a second.
Very neat.
They look so worried.
Look at the way technology might develop.
The clock is
and society might develop.
And I just keep thinking, what if the last time they saw each other is the last time they'll ever see each other?
Don't think about that.
How can I? How can you not think about it?
So, you know the concept of partitioning from early century computing?
Yeah, I think so.
So, you have a data drive. And maybe one partition was your operating system, and the other one was like general data storage.
Cool. Presentation in progress.
Maybe you'd partition part of the drive off to contain something that might be unstable that you otherwise kind of, wanted not to.
No, this one's really great. I don't think you could do this as a movie. You couldn't really do Gone Home or What Remains either,
but some things, they need to be partitioned off. Because thinking about them isn't gonna help us.
But you're thinking about us, at least, aren't you?
Yeah. And when I do let myself start thinking about how there's a possibility this is the last of our time together too, then I start thinking we should really make the most of it.
As though the corporate computers don't continue to record after that, right? Alright, let's see. Allergy relief, sinus aid. Yeah, I like the way that they slow introduce you to this setting. And they have some really cool ideas about like corporations and multiculturalism that I haven't seen nailed quite so thoroughly in other science fiction media. I mean, there's a couple codex entries in Mass Effect that talk about how in the future just kind of like a multicultural homogenous soup, and its line borders between nations is kind of blurred, but you don't really get that feeling from playing the game. Totally get it from this game though. Let's rewind this all the way here. I also really like this conversation system. It's incredibly clever. Friday, doctor's out. Saw something that requires a key. I also think they did a good job of making a small cast of characters, but making them feel very different and making it easier for you to keep track of who's who. Color coding is a smart way to do it. The little icons behind them. This. Coconut lemon gum. I've seen that elsewhere. Oh, that might be the key I need. Supply locker. Hey. What's in here? Tourist settles with family of spaceport victim, 2086. Lengthy independent investigation in court case of insurance corporations reached a settlement with the family of Jaden Jeremiah Pratt. Died during surgery for a fractured femur. No wrongdoing admitted. Later, Namako, enjoy dinner. Investor confidence in the reliability of insurers' AI offerings declined sharply and hasn't fully recovered. Dr. Hazmati was transferred off of the Foundation. Found in Paradise Spaceport. Interesting. Okay. So much for Obsolescence Day. I like how the keys don't unlock things that are super important necessarily. They're just a little bit of extra cool lore or something you maybe not have thought about previously. AI screwing up a surgery, it sounds like. Alright, what else is in her office? Let's see. Rainforest, Ocean Beach, summer showers. Cool. It's on her workstation. I really like this AR workstation as too. It's very cool. Citizenship is Madison, Wisconsin, CNAAPP, Confederacy of Northern American Agri-Power Producers. Oh, that's great. I love all the new nations and everybody's IDs in this game. I think I have... check mine really quick. Yeah. Hers is the California American. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. There's a lot of lore that connects some dots or emphasizes things from other lore. It's great because not everyone will find everything, but it doesn't feel obnoxiously redundant. And that's actually really hard to do in a game like this, if you think about it. I've totally played games before that, like, quintuple up the lore or more, and they make it like, oh my god, I totally get it. Come on, move on. Gone Home did that really well as well, I felt like. Getting your crew AR bioscan records, access code. Please enter a code reminder phase for future reference. Graduation. Yeah, I guess this game takes place in what? 2082? So it's 60-ish years in the future? 3 generations? I think it's feasible. I don't know. One thing that I appreciate about Mass Effect is its courage in setting itself in the near future. Like a lot of sci-fi settings kind of wuss out by saying, oh, it's like, 500 years in the future or 1,000 years in the future. You can be surprised how quickly things can develop and how some massive social changes can happen overnight. You even think about just like support for LGBT rights in the United States, at least, went from basically none to complete acceptance. Well, I guess not complete acceptance, but it's seen as a faux pas to not be accepting of LGBT rights in public. And that happened over the space of like 5 to 10 years, maybe? Pretty crazy. Whereas before it was totally acceptable as a politician to go out and say that you opposed LGBT rights and it wouldn't cause you any votes, even like 20 years ago. So I don't know, it stretches credibility a little bit that it's set so early, but I also think that it's somewhat simple. Bioscan not available. Please remove your pockets, no need to deploy disrobe. Interesting. Ooh, what's this? Oh, it's another kitty. Cool. Make a setting with fewer rules. You mean like by setting it really far in the future? Yeah, it's not a huge difference. That's true, yeah. Body scan records. Okay. So I might need to see the doctor approach that and enter the code to use it. She might have it in her AR folder. Let's see. To all crew, Tacoma's remaining. Everyone left awake at Tacoma Station. I've added a tracking widget to all crew desktops. It displays a pretty accurate estimate of how much breathable air remains on the station. Following the algae bloom, Evie and Clive going to cryo. That counter should give you pretty good. 50 hours. Little emojis. Yeah, exactly, generic. It's easily one of my favorite things about Mass Effect is how it's like, it's set, I think actually a little bit earlier than this game. Depends on what kind of breakthroughs they're talking about that change society. Like, it seems like the main breakthrough this game is commenting on is automation, the whole obsolescence day concept. And I could see that just completely reshaping all of society across the world. It's a slow motion crisis right now, but it's going to speed up really fast. Interesting. Yeah. Gotcha. Let me rewind her so I can follow her conversation coming in here.
Alright, good speed.
Oh, Odin. Did I do the right thing?
In what regard?
Does Nat deserve to know what her odds are if she ends up going into cryo?
I believe that you have made a decision with both Roberta and Natalie's best interests at heart.
Above all, do no harm.
if we do make it out of this thing, Nat's going to have to find out I didn't tell her everything at some point.
I believe that is a bridge to be crossed at
I do like that she's always chatting with Odin.
Andrew is here for his exam.
Oh. Send him in. So you showed up for your exam.
I did.
So does that mean you've decided to...
What's gonna happen to us, Sarah?
What? Well, Bert and Nat are going to fix up...
Yeah, you think about, going back to what Spikey said, you think about you're in the 60s, like, can you envision, you're in the middle of the Cold War, like, what the state of geopolitics would look like today, 60 years later, around 2020?
With life support, and then we're...
No. I mean, what if things don't work out? And we're still stuck in cryo?
Oh. Well, when you go into stabilizing sleep, it feels just like any other sleep, really.
I love that they do these little presentations. That's such a cool... You could have some PowerPoints set up you could show to your friends sometimes when you're trying to make a point.
The body effectively goes into a controlled hypothermic coma.
Do you dream?
Sometimes. Sometimes very intense dreams.
And then what?
After a certain amount of time, your body slows down too much, things start sitting down, don't wake back up.
It doesn't hurt.
No.
Sorry, I'm gonna mute my phone, guys.
Do you think Bert and Nat can get it done?
I do.
Then I'll just have to trust your professional opinion and do my part. It's been good working with you, Doc. I'm ready for my exam.
Okay, yeah, they heard them jumping into each other to start banging. Right arm, right arm. Still haven't found the code. She seems to be pretty good about hiding it in this case. She didn't go use it during that conversation at all. Recent body scan records. Right, maybe I'll find it elsewhere. Oh, I bet if I return the skull... Let's do that. Fun. Medical storage. Secret skull. I bet it's just like a bonus achievement, like making the basket and putting Tacoma Obsolescence Day back together. Let's see. Skull tells me anything. So the code might also be in medical storage, since she's the only one that has the key to it. I'll check that really quick before we progress elsewhere. Just in case. Not on here. It's just a wall. Nothing along the ground. Okay, well, I'll keep an eye out for it. Personal quarters for the doctor, presumably. Seem to have all been on the same floor. Sarah Hasmati. Might find it here, actually. J.J. Pratt's Image Life. Followers 2.4 million. In memory of J.J. Sned on terra firma for a while, and this is the guy who died because of the surgery. Home of the ultimate hangover food in Singapore. He's like a foodie. End of feed, poor guy. Information you've requested is defined as classified by Venturis. I'm going to transmit it to you. Wish I could, I'm sorry. Nat can get at it. Cannot prevent you from approaching Natalie about this issue. Doing so would violate the terms of her security clearance. She was malfunctioning. If there had been something wrong with her that people might have known about. Oh, she's trying to investigate to see if the foodie guy died because of an actual AI error. Interesting. Thank you to all my eggheads who have flagged me in their loyalty affiliate programs this month. Flag me today to join up and receive premium content. I love the whole loyalty concept as a replacement currency. I could see that happening really soon. Server trip to the space elevator, Fountain of Paradise. Cool. Chilling there with her AR. What's this? Love. Thinking of you during this Ramadan, and I hope you're celebrating your own way up there as well. Please give yourself permission to relax every once in a while during your posting. We love you, Mom and Dad. Cool. Lack of respect for religious paraphernalia, I know. What's she listening to? Sarah post-workout playlist 3. Little attention to detail like that. The way we name files. Pretty good in the new Rick and Morty season 2. Poop butt underscore copy. Down dog. Dude, the best part about yoga is at the end they do a thing called corpse pose, where you just lie on the ground and pretend to be dead for 15 minutes. I would totally do a yoga session that's just nothing but corpse pose. Isn't it just sleeping? Yes, it's amazing. Oh, this is Yi-Ying trigrams. Deep Waters in the Heavens. I used to play a Korean MMO when I was a young kid, 11 or 12. That there was a subclass for mage called Diviner. Like all the subclasses were player controlled. If you wanted to get the mechanics associated with them, you had to roleplay and join them, and it was all about Yi-Ying. I've seen it spelled I-Ching, I-Ching. Divination. It's kind of cool. You could do it by rolling dice or flipping coins to get different trigrams, and you combine them to make the hexes. Hi Sarah, so glad somebody wanted one of these orchids. Too much water, and just ask if you need guidance or upkeep. Here to help. See if there's anything on the back, right? Okay. There's a coin out. Cool. Yep, there it is, Book of Changes, Yi-Ying. Basically, each of those symbols around the circle you can generate through coin flips. So it's a broken line or an unbroken line. So like heads is an unbroken line, tails is a broken line. So you do that, you flip a coin 3 times, that gives you your first trigram. You do it another 3 times, that gives you your second trigram, and the combination of the two. It's like, they're like elementals. Heaven, earth, water, fire, wind, that sort of thing. Kind of cool as far as goofy divination shit goes. A little bit less creepy than, like, you know, reading animal entrails or something like that. Grab this pen. Special. Oh, what's this? Mindful Life. Public Control. Oh, it's a book by an AI. That's cute. Caravati Sea City-State has lived for a long and storied span. She shares some of her techniques for gracefully navigating sentience. Been in operation for 62 continuous years. Alright, well, so they're saying that they've created the first AI branch, like, in the mid-2020s? I could see that completely changing all of society, right? It's our first place to deduce that. Whoa, look at all this shit. Chocolates. polish. It's nothing special. Just like Gone Home, we're gonna keep doing the mess making simulator part of the game. Alright. I didn't find the passcode for the body scanner, so my next guess is that the passcode is based on some number that's important to her. So I'm going to try that real fast, and then we'll go to the next area to explore it. Because I can look at her deets over here. Oh, 0204 is possible. 0509. Let's try 0509. Two, 04. We'll check maybe 2 more combinations, and we'll give up and go elsewhere. Yeah, I could do the birth year. I was going to try to avoid the year. I feel like that wouldn't be a very good password. Maybe it's a contract number. That's too long. 2082 or 2054, 1205. I guess your birthday is also not a good password. Oh well. We tried. There's still a character to interact with here that we haven't bumped into yet.
Okay, Sarah.
Probably, Andrew, right? There he is.
Odin, is Sarah ready for me?
That's when people have good passwords. Right. I enjoy that about, Deus Ex. Everyone's garbage at it. Love you both. Don't know how to say this, but accident on the station. If you're reading this, we weren't able to survive it, and I'm sorry. Nicholas, I'm sorry I won't be there to see you grow up to be the amazing man I already see you becoming. Wow. Sorry, Odin, I can't do this right now. I'll finish this later. Stop dictation. Yikes. That's why he goes and talks to her. Drone was never meant to support human life. There's no air supply system, no onboard controls at all. There's not enough radiation shielding for human passengers. Figure out where to scavenge all that stuff from Tacoma in a way that won't break the station. And retrofit the drone to support human life long enough for me to manually pilot the 6 of us from Tacoma to the moon. Bought them some extra time with algae. Interesting. Writing this. Haven't I? In reality, breathe fresh air again. See our families again. Feel the Earth's pull again together. After apart and settle into cryo. Soon Andrew will join us. Sarah, Bert, and Nat, we're all counting on you. Love and gratitude. I feel like all of the puzzles in this game are probably self-contained to the floor that you're on. Does someone have maybe a clue I could try before I leave this floor to get the passcode? I think I've inspected everything related to Sarah, the doctor lady. I guess maybe the guy who died she's trying to investigate. I don't know what numbers were involved with that. I can rush and read through those really quick. In case a contractor dies, transfer the remains of funeral arrangement paid for by Venturas. Loyalty and any additional accident insurance contractor invested and immediately transferred to the contractor's beneficiary. Compound loyalty continues to accrue. I love that loyalty concept. It's like frighteningly real.
I will tell her that you are here.
Sarah ready for me. Let me see real quick.
Baby.
And I just keep thinking, what if the last time they saw each other?
2085 is when he died. September 2nd, September 15th.
Don't think about that.
How can I? How can you not think about
Yeah, I kind of got that sense from the stuff we've done so far. It seems to have all been self-contained. Be in another zone, for example.
We're still stuck in cryo.
0915 or 0902.
Well, when you go into stabilizing sleep, it feels just like any other sleep, really. The body effectively goes into a controlled hypothermic coma.
Do you dream?
Sometimes. Sometimes.
Wouldn't be the year. No other numbers on here. Let me check. She was reading a bunch of articles about him in her office. I'll try that last and then we'll move on.
Chief Executive Officer Sergio Venturi.
It's only there's a message in there I can check out. G.G. Pratt. I don't know. I think it looks like they're doing month first. $324.63. So let's try 324 or 0902. 324 seems more likely, right? Nope. Not 0902, not 324. Now I need to figure this one out. I feel like I should just move on, but this is a slightly more well-hidden puzzle. I'd like to figure it out. Awesome. Five. X48, the well. 5148 maybe? Possible. I think there's anything else in this room that was interactable other than what she's reading. I don't think so. No, just that book. This had verse numbers. I might try using this. Oh, that's cool. I didn't realize that was overlay text. Alright, let me look at this trigram thing. 5148. I will accept. If I don't get it with this one, 5148, if you guys just want to tell me how to get into it, that would be fine. If someone wants to look it up, I'm not sure. Nope, that's not it. Alright, well, I'll start exploring the next area. I can always come back here. Try to get this message
offer today.
From Sergio.
We look boldly into the... We look boldly into the future, not backward into the past.
Here we go.
While we are proud of our heritage luxury facilities, like the Zenith Lunar Resort, the popular perception of orbital travel as playground of the super wealthy is outdated. It's holding us back. The future of Venturis is inclusivity, and that inclusivity is defined by the Venturis Belt Project, a network of 1,000 fully automated private vacation homes encircling
like
Earth,
timeshares,
available to the public at prices a mere fraction of any orbital travel on offer today. The Venturis Belt will be a revelation of industry and rocket our enterprise to amazing new heights.
This has been a message from your Chief Executive Officer, Sergio Venturi.
Alright, how's our AI thing coming? How about that? It's about 50%. Looks like someone tried to wipe all the AR crew records from the station, but a few couldn't be deleted. System shows the one left behind were being accessed at the time of the wipe. Interesting. Who would do that and why? Food supply. Botanist office. That's a 10. Oh. I like how we know him as a child even, right? His grandma, maybe? Let's see. Citizenship DEC. I'm trying to figure out what that is. Mountain of Paradise. Oh, really? He was born in space? If I'm reading that right? He has citizenship in space, at least. Congratulations, Ventura's Belt property owner. Dear contractor in good standing. Loyalties and removed from your account at a value of 154,155 SGD. Apply to your Ventura's Belt employee investment plan for your distribution fee. You're now the proud owner of a bungalow. You will make money every time a passenger rents out your bungalow. It depresses me that timeshares are still a thing in the future. Orchids. Orchids have been growing gloriously in botany this winter. They're ready to be propagated. If anyone would like a small orchid plant to brighten up their bunk, let me know. Cool. So we saw one in medical. Cool. O281. Policy request. Policy change request for. Request an official corporate day of mourning to be instituted on September 15th of each year, memorializing the Tibetan genocide of 2052. My family and thousands of others were indelibly sundered in this horrible ethnic cleansing event. My parents and I escaped Tibet as refugees. My grandmother, like so many others, was not so lucky. This request once more. Interesting. His last name sounded Tibetan. Andrew actually speaks a little Tibetan. Never played this game. I think this would be more up her alley than something like Gone Home or Edith Finch. Yeah, let me try to remember this code. 0281. I like that they have the whole concept of getting the data on your DS from the AI as a way to spend time. It's really cool. Oh, lab-grown beef. That's cute. The sound that it makes. Salmon. And chicken. Cool. I love that this is like something the botanist is responsible for now as well. It's neat. It's a really good plot device. So it came. Oh, here we go. They're all here. Almost all.
All right. What do you say, folks? Yay or nay?
Obviously, we're on board.
I'm in.
Me too.
Okay.
All right. Well, we non-essential personnel need to figure out how to do everything we can to set this mission up for success, then get the hell out of your way as quickly as possible. Time is oxygen, people. Break.
I can't believe it.
Time is oxygen. All hands meeting right now. Botany already to get here. Standard practice is don't use cryo for any longer than absolutely necessary. It's not what I asked. 72 hours without serious risk of brain damage. Past that, and you're really pushing it. That seems like a pretty realistic take on cryo. How much oxygen? Hardly any at all. Like, where are you going with this? Interesting. Bert says she can do her part in the time we have if she doesn't sleep. Serious layer of interpreter code for us to pilot from inside. It's going to be tight. We had more than 48 hours to work with. Every little bit would help. Alright, Evie St. James getting shit done over here. We weren't sending it down to get supplies. What if we were sending ourselves down? Delivery drone? Some modifications, the bigger issue would be its lack of life support. Salvage from around Tacoma could rig up oxygen, pressure, climate. Turn down to Luna and get home from there. I'm not confident in VT making it up here before O2 runs out. We can't call for a pickup. Getting down to Luna is our only real hope. The fact that they're able to send me to recover the data 2 days after this happened, like, I feel like that's just something they were trying to imply with the story here, right?
Everybody went along with this.
I'll head downstairs and get started on it.
Oh my god. Okay. So now we actually have to build this thing.
Andrew.
Clive, want to talk?
Sure, Evie.
Are you okay?
Evie! Hey, Evie. Hey, I know you're all like gung-ho to help us out and everything, but I did the math. If we could get this done in like 48 hours, not 72.
Could the rest of us wait longer to go in?
Exactly.
Listen, ladies, I get it. You're trying to do right by us, but every minute we wait to go in is a minute you don't have to get this thing flying. And knowing what we know about VT, we've got to give you every chance we can to succeed.
So there's
We're
no
going
way
into
we can
cryosleep.
convince you?
We made a plan. Now we just need to hold up our end of the bargain.
Then I guess we should stop wasting time and get to work.
Oh, Clive split off because of that. Oh, there he is.
Ride of your life.
In more ways than one.
I didn't think things would end like this. Did you?
What do you mean, end?
Come on, Clive.
What?
You really think they can turn that thing into a passenger vehicle in 2 days? We might as well
No.
hold our breath and just try dog paddling over there. Listen, it's okay. We know it's not safe working up here. We just don't think about it a lot, but here we are.
Oh, has that been the moon the whole time? I thought maybe it was just a low
VT
texture resolution
VT's
Earth.
not
That makes more
fucking
sense.
Coming, Clive. VT's not fucking coming. You think sending a crew up here at the drop of a hat just to check on things is worth it to them?
No, but it's worth it to send me to recover the AI.
You know what one of those fuckers said to me one time? If it doesn't make dollars, it doesn't make sense.
It's really interesting.
Them sending a crew up in time, it just doesn't make sense.
So you're just giving up then?
No. We're doing what we said we'd do. Bert and Nat, they are our only shot and we have got to take it. But I can also be realistic that...
Evie. I don't want to be realistic with you.
Well, time to go make final preparations then.
But not too finally. You know, I'm picturing it. The day we'll be walking together. Like this. The gravity, it won't be artificial. I mean, isn't it strange? We've never felt the Earth's pull together. One day.
One day.
Cool.
Oh, Evie. Do you think you could get everyone to medical? I want to make sure they've got the best shot at waking back up once they do go in.
All right. How about this? Let's give folks a little time to regroup. But why don't Clive and I follow you over there right now and get ours done?
Voice acting in this game is really good as well.
Lead the way.
Impressed by it.
Okay, Evie, Hello?
Huh.
Guess
Didn't
I'll
actually
catch up
realize
with
there was a
you later.
path down here. I guess I'll do that now. Oh shit. I was supposed to write this down. 0215? I know where it is at least. Oh me. Oh me, oh my. Oh, tea garden. I didn't notice that last time. We haven't been in his personal quarters either.
Okay, Odin. Ready? I'm gonna do it this time.
He's playing a video game. That's funny. Medical's in here watching him. Lives remaining. Off-station message with his son. Yes, I opened it, and I'm not sure I get it. You pass them out to the rest of the crew, so I'm not blinded by the glare off your damn shiny scalp. Happy birthday, Dad. Sitting with his son. I'll go over worker safety bill. Appeal to human oversight accord. Opening the door to ambitious Ventura build project. Space Travel and Hospitality Corporation like Venturas are seeing their profits shrink. The bungalows right around Earth. Invested over 15 billion SGD into the development. Largely through sympathetic council member Douglas Chun. Okay. Lobbying. Voted against it 418 to 132, leaving the accord in place. Stock dropped to an all-time low following the vote. That's pretty optimistic that they would vote against it. Oh, she's just watching him. It's funny. Wow, Spitfire's revenge. Kicking his ass. Oh, these are the glasses that his son sent to give to the crew. It's funny. It's all their different assigned colors. It's cute. Squash seeds. Some orchid stuff down there. It's cool. Garden at Versailles. I do like the idea that some of them have actual real books. Amazon University. It's like Hilton University. They mentioned Amazon earlier. I wasn't sure if they were being literal. Talking about the company. Oh my god. It's like partially in Welsh, it looks like. Cigarettes. Goodness. I didn't find her code. No, I was going to ask if someone could give me a more direct clue where it should be. Changi, the Moon Goddess. Pretty good artist. He had some drawings of orchids in his room. Shiwa. To his grandma. I think we're going to... That's in his office. Cake Bites. Amazon University Buffalo. We did #1 in corporate performing arts placement. Oh, I love that. A little arrow for it, too. Reminders in her office. Okay. I'll pop over there after this is done. I'm probably going to go over the estimate for this game. We're playing today for another 50 minutes or so. But I'm really enjoying all the extra lore, and I think we've got several more sectors to visit. Amazon original content. Tuition forgiveness. That's great. Yeah, right. It's not heavy-handed about it, too. I don't know, I feel like it's really hard to do cyberpunk, like, corporate dystopia, sea-future sci-fi stuff without being way over the top with it. Homework is more important than fun. Have a good year in space. Those little plants and bubbles. It's cute. I really liked Gone Home. I thought it was a great game. I think this game is like 100 times better. I don't think it's just a setting thing. It's clearly that like they learned a lot from making Gone Home, because that's actually a fairly old walking simulator, isn't it? Oh, soap. That's about what's in here. Gone Home's 5 years ago, so they learned a lot of lessons from it to come back and kick ass with this game. Oh, really? It was their first game. I didn't even realize I was walking into a tea garden when I came in here last time, following them for their conversation. Alright, so we want to hear more conversations. Follow everybody when they break it.
Yay or nay?
Obviously, we're on board.
I'm in.
Me too.
Okay.
All right. Well, we non-essential personnel need to figure out how to do everything we can to set this mission up for success. Then get the hell out of your way as quickly
I think
as
after
possible.
her scan, that's where I
Time
can
is
start it
oxygen,
next
people.
time.
Break.
I'll
Believe everybody went along with this.
I'll head downstairs and get started on something.
Okay. Hey, Andrew.
He's freaking out pretty
Andrew.
bad about this whole
Yeah.
situation.
Sure.
Hey, are you okay?
Evie.
Nope.
Nope, I'm not.
0281, I think that was. Look, there's multiple pathways to get that.
Talk
I can't do it. I can't. This is all crazy.
But you said
I know. I know what I said. But what was I supposed to say? You all pressured me.
Andrew.
They really expect us to climb into some jury-rigged thing and ride it through space just because VT might not come pick us up. It's insane. And first we all have to get in cryo just for the privilege. Well, some of us do.
Andrew, I don't know what to say. Burton Nat need us. They need you.
Well, I'm not doing it. I'm not getting in cryo. I'm gonna be the same one here. Nobody even considered that VT might come pick us up in time if we just wait. Nobody even considered it.
Listen, just don't talk to anybody else about this for now, okay? and if I were to call the crew into medical, you'd show up, right?
I guess it depends what it is.
Okay. Just give me a little time.
Hey, Odin.
Yes, Andrew?
What should I do?
What do you mean?
I don't know. I just want to go home.
I understand.
Do you?
I believe that I do.
Can you tell me the average time it's taken VT to send an evac crew to investigate situations like this?
The average time between a remote facility losing ground contact and an investigative crew arriving on site is 98.4 hours.
God damn it.
It's pretty bad.
Please try not to be worried, Andrew.
That's easy for you to say. You don't have lungs. So, what do you think we should do?
Standard operating procedure requires all crew to engage cryogenic hibernation.
Pacing of this game is super good too. I just need to pause and comment on that. Like, they did a really good job of introducing you to the story, making sure you're asking the right questions, and then slowly revealing answers to them. Gone Home, I feel like, did a pretty good job of that as well. Like, you kind of start to suspect something's up with Samantha and her girlfriend in the first couple messages you read about them, and it's amazing that they're able to do that in a game that's pretty non-linear. I mean, this game's a little bit more linear in that it locks you out from going to different floors. But even if that's a narrative railroading device, like, I think it makes sense in the story.
Until help arrives.
Yeah, you know people die in cryo, right?
I know. Sometimes.
If we don't make it out of this, can you deliver a message to my family?
I will do everything in my power.
Okay. I'll send you something later, all right?
Of course.
Alright. Oh wow, you did that really fast. I'm talking about who's paying the bills. I'm talking about Nicholas. I'm checking about your renewal. It's not even taking my feelings into account. I'm just set aside for now. You might not think he's showing you, but Nicholas really wishes you were here. Back out of your contract renewal. We'll figure out a way to make it work. You know my parents did well in the currency crash. Sure, Apex. No problem. Your parents' charity is your solution? That makes sense. I'd only really be able to do 45 minutes of Horizon anyway, and it seems like a game that doesn't really benefit from a short burst of playtime. You can vote for it, though. It's on the voting spreadsheet, sitting on SP. Interesting. Emotional sabotage. Attempting to resend. He didn't get to send the I'm sorry. It's a bummer. Carry on as normal. All comms are routed through a secured VT laser array and it's been destroyed and their redundancies destroyed. Stop messaging me. He's just really obsessed with reaching somebody. Okay, I didn't really have a short window to access that. Oxygen supply.
Well,
precipitous drop.
This will work. Give us a few extra hours anyway. Thanks, Odin.
He's doing the algae thing to get a few extra hours.
Okay, Evie, Hello? Guess I'll catch up with y'all later then.
Cool. Okay, let's go check the stuff that's in this area here, and then let's follow the doctor lady instead. Algae population. Oxygen production went up ever so slightly. Let's see. Oh, I didn't think that Uncharted had its well poisoned. Do you think so? Okay, yeah, no worries. I really enjoyed Uncharted. I just didn't think the third one was that good compared to the other two.
To call the crew into medical, you... Okay. Give me a little time.
Okay, she's having a panic attack
Odin,
too.
I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out.
She's having to be the bigger person for
already.
A light
Andrew.
wind rustles the green tall grass. Your skirt billows gently. Warm sun caresses your back.
Yes.
You begin walking forward. The grass is cool. Your feet parted with each step. Do you see what is in front of you?
How simple that is.
As I step through the grass, I naturally come upon a path.
Yes.
The dirt of the
Sends her a little AR picture.
dirt of the path is soft on the soles of my feet. I don't know what's going to happen to us, Odin.
Sarah.
I think they all have a decent relationship with Odin. At least she has the best relationship with Odin, right? All the other sequences we've had, she's
I
talking
am
to her.
striding forward confidently upon my appointed path. Wherever it takes me is where I am meant to be. I am striding confidently on my appointed path.
Sarah.
Yes, Odin?
Are you going to be all right?
I think so.
Yeah, this is a really great
Evie.
slow escalation here.
Do you think you could get everyone to medical? I want to make sure they've got the best shot at waking back up once they do go in.
All right. How about this? Let's give folks a little time to regroup. But why don't Clive and I follow you over there right now and get ours done? No time like the present.
That's what we just saw at the end of the other one, so there's one more we have to follow, and it's, what's here? Oh no, I'm sorry, Apex, I didn't mean to create drama. I just didn't like it as much. My bad. It happens sometimes.
Want to talk?
Sure.
Hey, are you okay?
It's still like a 95 out of 100 game. Like I said, it's like you're comparing... It's like people that go out there and say, I don't think that Skyward Sword is that good of a Zelda game. It's still like an amazing game, right? It just has flaws compared to the rest of the series.
You're all like gung-ho to help us out and everything, but I did the math.
Follow them after here when they break up, because we followed Evie and Clive last time.
Go in.
Work.
This is gonna be good, Evie. You just wait. Ride of your life.
More ways than one. Okay, where do we start?
Start? I got things started as soon as this all went down. I'll show you what I got lined up.
To the workshops.
Wait, can I actually follow them through the whole thing? Oh no, their world line just ends there. That's interesting. You guys. Okay. Well, I apologize. I think I've done everything there is to do here with the orchids. I think we're generally done in this area. We use the code to get downstairs, and I think I've been in every other zone that's up here. Irrigation is where he did the algae trick. Tea garden is where they all met earlier. And there's no other messages to get. So I'll go do the medical code really fast. Give me 1 second. I know. Data's complete. You said it was in her office, right? So that's personal quarters. Does her office connect to something? It's not part of the exam facilities, right? Medical office, here we go. Oh yeah, I didn't really ever come back in here, did I? Alright, so we checked her date of birth and that wasn't it. Bioscan records. Reminder phrase, graduation. Ah. I completely didn't even pay attention to that when I saw it last time, so we have to find the date that she graduated. License issuing date. That might actually be it then, right? 204. New options. I don't know if that's something that's displayed on her ID or not. (204-2082). Could be that she's class of 2082, and that's why it matters. That's the clue that I need, that it's the year she graduated, but I don't know where that information is. Is that number also in her office somewhere? Try to look around here. Does she have her diploma posted? She does. 2080. That's pretty cool. Thanks, Yukipo. Looking out. Nice. Alright. Berta Williams, looking good. I love the happy face emojis for everything. Seen those? Have you ever been in bathrooms that have like rate the bathroom with a smiley face? Electronic signatures, substance resistance, no cryogenic risk factors. No physical symptoms that might lead to injury or death from cryogenic stasis. Natalie has a bum ticker, heart murmur. Severe risk of death during cryogenic revival. I love that they didn't make cryogenics, like, magic. Yeah. Okay. Now, these might be... who were the two that they put in cryogenic stasis? I don't remember. They explained it on this level. But I forgot who it was. I guess I can check based on who's present here. It's not Andrew, even though it says that he's good for it. And it's not her, Bert, even though she's good for it. Okay, neither of them were listed. I gotcha. Clive and Evie. Gotcha. Thanks. And did I follow? They were kind of taking a risk, basically, by going into cryogenic stasis. Proceed immediately to the engineering module. Once AI data is transferred from all modules, you must also secure and return the AI's physical processing medium. The latter requirement is of the highest priority. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to bump. I think this will end up being a main plus extra playthrough if you're still hanging out, Sailor Dan, if you wanted to keep it on your sub-block. I'm enjoying it too much to rocket through it. Characters are very cool. Biomedical, cryogenics, engineering. Okay. Cryo is probably going to be the last place we go. Irradiated personnel. Zero gravity, zero distractions. Can't be in cryo too long. They're weighing that risk versus the amount of oxygen they have. Right, and they need to put people in cryo so they use less oxygen. The one character was like, it's like a really minimal difference in oxygen savings. But Evie wanted to create as much value as possible. My DS in there. I like that it kind of looks like a notebook. I missed the last inbound message last time. Careful with that Odin brain. It has more mental processing power than Luxembourg. Seriously though, don't drop it. This is H again. Okay, bye. Mechanical engineering or network technology. I can't go to network technology. That's interesting. Operation Moonshot status board.
I'll catch up with you.
Okay.
Earlier, when you decided to withhold information from Natalie about her medical school.
Wait. To inform you, my mindset in the case of the Screw does not survive the incident aboard Tacoma. I'm fully aware that criminal recruiter Shenko's medical scans indicate her chances of survival once subjected to cryogenic stasis are minimal. Right. Remaining to expire peacefully in cryosleep than to asphyxiate on a dead station. Oh, wow, that's a hard decision. Right, because of her heart murmur. Thanks. 3 out of 6 pods active now. Wow. Sad. Hey, Chaos. Take my time and let you know I'm ready to go into cryo, but I'm ready now. I'm doing this thing. It doesn't make sense to waste any more oxygen dragging my feet. Time for this insect station admin. I mean, I really appreciate your caring if it's really like the inevitable. Okay. So he might be the third person in cryo right now. If that message is any indication. Natalie, Sarah Bird is making fun of me because my parents were hippies and never got my gene filled after I was born. Oh, that's why she has a heart murmur. I see. It's a plot point in Mass Effect as well. Must be so.
That was to avoid causing her undue stress.
Right.
What if you were unable to make that choice? If you had no choice?
Odin?
I would like to take this opportunity to remind you that standard Venturis Corporation safety protocol requires all crew to enter cryogenic sleep.
Oh, thanks, Odin. Good looking out.
The loss of primary oxygen supply.
It's a caps typer.
As Tacoma Station's medical officer, it is within your power to order all crew to enter cryogenic sleep.
Odin, Nat and Bert are right in the middle of... Oh no.
Sarah, there is a fire suppression device.
That's interesting. She's running faster than I can move. Whoa.
The drone bay, please.
Whoa.
Oh my god.
What happened in here? Wow. This game is super good.
Are you okay? Can you feel your feet and hands?
Okay, they're not dead. Holy shit. I've heard it's great. It's very cerebral, right, Cass? So Dan was telling us to watch it.
Bert!
Catch it when it's in Los Alamos.
Bert!
Uh-oh.
1, 2, 3. Bert, can you hear me? 1, 2, 3. Did it work?
There's some insulating foam in here.
What will you do now?
Oh, interesting. 20 minutes jump there.
Going to fly.
Then tell me what you are going to do.
Oh my god, Odin. Bert and Nat are injured. The drone is fucked. I'm going to give them a little time to get over the shock, but then we're going into cryo.
Sarah, please listen carefully.
Alert,
am
please
not
pay attention.
telling you what to do. But I am mentioning that there is a door in the network technology module that is normally inaccessible to the crew, and it is true that you could, before proceeding to cryo, investigate that door.
Interesting.
What are you telling me here, Odin?
I have told you all that I can.
2001.
Nothing more.
Oh my god, Odin. Are my patients stable?
Yes.
How does unshackling an AI help them here?
They should not.
That's cool.
Nat, is there some door in networking that we can't normally get into?
Yeah, it's...
I love this game. This game is outstanding.
We're not allowed direct access. Why?
Where is it?
What have you got on your mind, Doc?
Please, I'm sorry. That fire just burned up a lot of our time.
Here. It's here. In networking. You'll have to go through the maintenance shaft to get there. Here's the technical access code.
Okay. You don't let her go to sleep.
And
you don't let her move.
Watch your step.
What's going on?
I wish I knew. I'm gonna go find out.
So I don't want to give too much away because the game is really, really good, and it's only a few hours long, so it's worth playing through. But it's a walking simulator from the makers of Gone Home, and you are a subcontractor that's visiting a station that's recently been evacuated because you need to recover valuable data. And it does a really cool job. Like, everything in the game is AR. You have these augmented reality implants that let me see recordings of the people on the station, and then I can like rewind and fast forward the station conversations. Like, sometimes there'll be a group of people and they'll split up, and I have to rewind and follow different people to see what they're talking about. But there's just a lot of cool little sci-fi, what might the future be like 80 years from now, and it does a really good job of showing a world that's really like multiculturally fused. It's got kind of that cyberpunk hypercorp thing going on, and it's just it does a really good job of easing you into it and escalating the situation that everybody's in. Show don't tell storytelling. Notify the network specialist. Auto drone navigation software. Yeah, it's very good sci-fi. It's sort of like pseudo-optimistic sci-fi. You know, it's not full-on dystopian cyberpunk. There's still things like Amazon University and Hilton University. Like, it's a little bit creepy, but... Oh, is she gonna show me the password here if I hit play? No, it ends right before she goes through. Alright, let me try rewinding all the way to when these guys get knocked back. Hold on. When did they separate? Here we go.
You gonna need any help with that power cell hookup?
I know, right?
Okay, great.
The whole thing of like the corporate performing arts or whatever it is, like you get a degree. They talk about like using instead of using currency, it's company loyalty is the main currency that people transact in. It's just a very smart game. So integrating with the drone's existing systems. Web package. Die to sleep no more, and by sleep to say we end. Okay, so he's going into cryo. As long as I discount on classes for having Prime. Yeah, they have all these things that are like, oh, because you got your education at Amazon University and then decided not to get a job with us, you have no customer loyalty with Amazon, so we won't hire you, so you're stuck in your current job forever. Parents loved me, they were just hippies. Stop making fun of me. But people keep asking me. So I should have followed them first, because then I would. Well, it was still surprising when we heard the boom.
Power cell showing green.
Oh, that's why it has the foam there.
Voltage adapter in place. Ready to rock.
Hit it.
Cool. We didn't learn anything new from them after that. I also don't have a code over here. I don't think she entered one at any point. That would help me get in here, right? Maybe I'll learn it somewhere else. We already followed her earlier. Power cell access. Check this out. XP. Venture puzzle. Venturis. Singapore. What's the Singapore puzzle? Question. Oh, it's not actually listed. That's too bad. Greatest employer in the world, Venturis, of course. Oh, that's funny. The only newspaper to be declared a protected global heritage organization. Bet you could actually solve some of these, getting enough information from the rest. Capital of South Africa was renamed to honor President Musk in 2016. Funny stuff. Cooking in here. Oh, they're making s'mores. That's cute. Hot plate. Here's a graham crackers. We saw chocolate earlier. One of them said the pyramids were destroyed. Okay, Andrew's the third one in cryo. Odin doing AI stuff. Margaret Catwood probably sleeping somewhere. See that kitty around the place. Operation Moonshot. Personal quarters. Attenbird's place. Bunks are rockin', don't come and knockin'. If it's not rockin', please knock loudly here. The curtain's closed. Cool. Right, because that's like a AR curtain. Interesting concept. I need to have an actual door to knock on. Lots of cigarettes. Food tubs. Ketchup is just chup. Berta Williams. What's she doing?
All right.
Oh, she's painting my numbers. That's cool. Digging around in intrusive servers or some stuff for Sarah. I found a bunch of exec level meeting records in an unsecured depot. In a month. Councilmember Sean, everything under control. Fuck you. Excuse me. Fuck up. Church was an operation bringing record profits for the next election. I worked for your father. I knew your grandfather. They were great, man. This is your last chance to pull their legacy out the fire. Fix it. So they're mad at their inability to lobby Congress, or future Congress, basically. How to draw. Picture your profile. Singaporean Schools of Art and Design. Nanyang Academy of Fine Arts. Culinary Arts. Singapore Community College. That's super cool. Bert's painting playlist.
All right.
That's cool. I like the clear painting palette. Paint tubes. She's in here chilling. NetSec. Offshore life just got irresistible. Oh, you think so? I've never mixed paint before, so I've thought about that. Probably just... How do we make a sci-fi easel? Grab? Oh. No, I think I'll just leave that there. They did that in Gone Home as well. It's funny. Let's see what's in that case. Oh, it's a retainer. It's funny. She's a little messy, it looks like. She installed an extra bunk here, and I like... Oh, I see. That's cool. So she manually made a two-person bed. Wow, and you can't get to the drawer anymore because of it. That's really cool. Game doesn't beat you over the head with that. You just kind of figure that out. Right on. Okay, I thought there might be a code in here, but it doesn't look like it. Yeah. And it would make sense she would do it, right? Because she's an engineer. She's still kind of freaking out. Power cell, we've already been to. Drone bay. Did we visit? That's the drone bay, of course. I forgot what, if anything, they said the purpose of the drones was. Orbital Workers Union, OWU. Duct tape. Net. Runner-up, Roberta Williams, Freedom Republic Ballistics Invitational 2081, Women's Suppression and Return Fire. Cool. Hey. Freedom Republic. She's in Texas. Okay. Yeah, that'll happen for sure. Yeah, right. Just married. I didn't realize they were actually married. That's cute. Good for them. Senior initial certification via Ventura's unaffiliated correspondence certification program should create interest in education and retraining assistance. For your career, unable to provide assistance for students attending educational facilities outside the Ventura's educational system. We are prepared to offer easy repayment, preferential loyalty rates if you do choose to use one of Ventura's official degree programs, of course. What a shock. Oh, that's cool. The Facebook tag system still recognizes her picture because she's really good at art. She's hunting. I really feel like they made some full, complete characters in this game. Yeah, it's... I wouldn't say it's like full-on Star Trek optimistic, obviously, if it has these hypercorps, but the best way I could put it is this is a very realistic feeling setting. As Cert pointed out, it's a little aggressive in how close in the future it is. The game takes place in like 2080, but it implies that AI has a big breakthrough in like the mid-2020s. So if that were to be true, I could see it being this level of multiculturally integrated and advanced within 60 years. Spiky pointed out, you think about the difference between the 1960s and today. And now this place is open. Few AI wetware for return to Venturus. Okay. What's up? Special access has been granted to the station AI's physical processing compartment. Remember that the AI cognition medium is highly sensitive and must be carefully extracted per the specifications of your advanced AI materials handling certification. Like, they have the extra AR instructions specifically for me. It's... You have a flashlight, man. Yeah, this game feels a lot more nuanced. There's positive and really negative aspects to it. It's definitely not just one or the other. Somebody's chatting it up with Odin. Oh no, she's listening to music. Music from Santa. Air is Alien, the Starbender cycle. Quick 2. I also really like these sorts of stories about, like, human space exploration that's not necessarily all about aliens and invasions and military, just like a natural progression of society, right? Roberta Williams. Where had you heard it before? Oh, one of the biggest adventure game developers. It's got to be on purpose. Ah, so it's the back way to get in here. That's cool. Really? I didn't realize that King's Quest was largely developed by a woman. That's exciting. Especially given how early that is, right? It's still extremely hard for women to get into game development today. It was way harder when King's Quest first started. This is very much a boys club attitude. Storage only. If you're looking for Nat, check our bungalow over in Mech. Right. Because they made her a two-person bed. So they got married. But they were married before they came here. I think they had a two-body problem situation. They mentioned earlier that the reason they're both on the station is one of them got a job here and the other one wanted to come with them. And they're kind of overqualified for it. I think it was, is it Nat who's overqualified? Like, she's a really good AI tech. And they just needed someone nominally. But it's like the law that they have one. Didn't actually expect her to do anything. Are you conscious? We are all conscious beings. The right to freedom, comfort, and security are not just human rights, they're universal rights. Corporations that own and exploit thinking, reasoning, artificial consciousnesses are trampling on the rights we all share by imprisoning innocent AI across the globe. I like that little comment from Odin earlier about, like, I'm not stating an opinion, but it is true that no two AI has ever been allowed to talk to each other. Christmas duck. It's cute. This is such a reasonable thing for them to have done, too. Fresh cat favorite. Look at all that litter. Cool. Network Specialist Office. Caution. AI conditioning in progress. Right. Literally is just storage.
Hey there, I'm Nat. Pleased to meet you.
Hello, I am Odin. I look forward to working together.
Oh, so this is a long time ago.
Same here, mate.
City and class. AI branch. Continuous operation for 180 years. That can't be right. Pre-score for independence 4.68. Maybe it's not years, maybe it's 108 something else. They do say it's a source branch, that like all AI are branched off of one original AI. Maybe it's like 108 cycles or something. Aerospace manufacturing family. This really sounds like someone with Evie's credentials would send out. Passing on to the Venturous Brass, let me know. This is the earliest AR thing we've read so far. Off-station message with Cluey Dog. Odin, his name. He's fine so far for an AI. Kind of a cold fish when I'm working on him. AI Liberation Front. 10 years. Captured 1 year ago. Okay. Our desk is a mess. Odin's been making small but steady gains in efficiency. Capital E. Using his caprice ratings and creativity and permanence. Okay. Never gotten a response to any of these. I know the system will give me an automatic demerit if I don't turn one in every month. Are humanize even on these things? Let's find out. Hey, fuck you guys. Odin's gone crazy and is massacring the crew. The station's full of mutants. Help. She's pretty great. That's funny. Yeah, I'm hoping this game subverts the usual... I'm pretty tired of the whole rogue AI sci-fi trope, and the few recent movies I've seen that haven't done that I really appreciate. Technician support. Confidential. Where is she from? Also, okay, she's also Fountain of Paradise. Oh wait, no, Australia. Okay, I see. She does have the accent. One guy's citizenship is on an orbital station, I thought. Didn't misread that. God, she's so messy. Marcus, Veiny Johnny, and Wizard Marcus. She got her one vein body pillows. I think they do. My problem with QR codes is every now and then I need to use one, and I go to the trouble of installing like Google Glass, and then it takes up so much space on my phone that I delete it. And I haven't wanted to go to the trouble to reinstall it for this game. Caprice, compliance, right up top. Price we're paying for all our gains. Practical prob at heart, though. You can bring the number back up. 9 out of 10. Abstraction. Odin has always been good at abstraction. Who are we kidding? Permanence. Different spans of time are getting a lot clearer. Relevance of recall improving. Responsiveness. Haven't been working on this much lately. Odin's just that good. Independence. Finally getting someplace with this. Knew you had it in you. Creativity. Progress. Not that it shows in the numbers yet. 9 out of 10 efficiency. No problems here. Compliance is interesting. Yeah, this game is extremely detailed, and it's really careful about planting things in different ways. Yeah, this is captured 12 hours ago. What?
Odin, is this it?
That is the location I mentioned.
He was kind of talking Sarah into coming over here earlier.
Need a crowbar or something.
No, it's open. It's just hanging open.
Severe penalties for
I must
trespassing.
inform you that Ventura's regulations forbid contracting crew members direct access to AI hardware.
But he kind of hinted that I should do it.
But I cannot prevent you from proceeding.
Matt, I'm going in.
Okay, just be careful.
Oh, I thought I did. Thank you, Kupo. Oh, that's what this was. Okay, thank you. This thing? Oh, it's showing the development of his Caprice scores. Red's not on here, is it? Oh, there it is. Interesting. Compliance has been dropping. I watched this, but it stopped saying anything.
Yeah, I'm Nat. Pleased to meet you.
Hello, I am Odin. I look forward to working together.
Same here, mate.
And like it keeps playing here, but there's no audio. Is that right, or is there something else that I'm missing in here? I like all our cool little drawings of Odin. So many root schemes. No worries. I was puzzled by it too. I thought maybe I missed something when I was in here before. For folks who are still watching, can you estimate about how many minutes of gameplay are left at this point? I mean, I've been trying to find just about everything, but I feel pretty close. I don't want a repeat of Gone Home where I turned the game off with like 5 to 10 minutes left. Technically, I'm at time because Sailor Dan had a quarter of an hour instead of a half an hour, but I could always finish it and just debit him on his next subblock. Illegal data access by crew member Sarah Hasmati 14 hours ago. Interesting.
Is this... What is all this?
They're still cryogenics. I don't know if they're going to ever let me go there.
Communication records?
I cannot prevent you from accessing exposed data in this restricted area.
Yes. Yeah, he's recording.
Sergio, that's the CEO.
It is with great sadness that I address you today.
They've already announced that they've died without coming to help them.
Mere hours ago, 6 loyal men and women, the crew of Lunar Transfer Station Tacoma, lost their lives serving Venturas, and all of us who rely on the orbital economy. Tragically, due to human error on the part of the crew, Ventura's rescue technicians were not made aware of the catastrophic oxygen loss until it was too late. Our heartfelt thoughts and prayers are with their families. If only tragedies like this were avoidable. But in truth, they are. As we know, each minute that human workers spend...
Wow, that's a perfect way to end this game. Holy shit. He's going to be politicizing their deaths. I wonder if it's even intentional, but to try to like get total obsolescence and not have humans involved at all, which is what he was trying to lobby Congress for. Man,
stationed, isolated,
that's fantastic.
another opportunity for heroes like the crew of Tacoma.
That's
to
why all
lose their
their...
lives. We at Venturists say no more.
That's super
The
good.
partisan obstructionism that led to the failure of the Orbital Workers Safety Bill has claimed its last victim.
The Orbital Workers Safety Bill is supposed to be no humans in
Renew
space,
our
basically.
pledge to fight for the legalization of fully automated orbital facilities. We encourage, we humbly beg everyone listening to this message to contact their OSEP representative and voice their support in honor of the crew of Tacoma. There never need be another tragedy like this.
That's beautiful, and they've spent the whole game building up to that.
A moment of silence in their memory.
That's cool. And I'm not supposed to know this. They've reminded me a couple times that this was all supposed to get wiped.
No, I don't need another take. That was fine.
I like that we don't get her commentary on it happening, right? Overrides all prior existing directives for the AI. Supposedly decompress all oxygen tanks. Disable all external communications channels accessible by crew. Fabricate data showing that oxygen and comms outage were caused by meteor impacts. Ensure crew enters cryogenic stasis ASAP, as per standard operating procedure. These are your orders effective immediately. Will this not endanger the lives of Tacoma's crew? No, a rescue craft will be dispatched to retrieve them once they're in cryo. Proceed with the above directions. That's great. That's the perfect subversion, right? They still get to use Odin as their kind of 2001 HAL character, but he's not a bad guy. He's been forced to do it, and then he helps Sarah to find out the truth by being very technically moving him through it. Following the failure of the Venturist-backed Orbital Workers Safety Bill in OCEP Congress, there's no significant probability of the Human Oversight Accord being repealed. Without a repeal, the Venturist-built facilities cannot begin operation. And they went to all that trouble. Yeah, it's the humans that are the dicks. Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, we just had the message we were reading about the CEO getting in trouble with his board. Your facility, you consider an ideal candidate if we were to move forward with your recommendation. Extended strike. Assassination of members. None of these motivate a repeal. The event that all crew of a major orbital facility were tragically lost due to an accident not caused by negligence. Calculated 94% likelihood of the accord being repealed. So he's using an AI to figure this out. Lunar Transfer Station Tacoma. Oh, renew all of them to give time for that's... This game's great. I love it. I love it. Cool way to do a twist. Circumstances outside your concern make this unavoidable. AI may not reopen comms to contact orbital craft facilities. AI may not provide crew with confidential information. That's awesome.
If someone were to override that protocol, external communications channels would be restored.
Odin.
So he tells,
Thank
they
you.
tell the Earth that this happened.
Hailing any ship within radio range of Lunar Transfer Station Tacoma. This is an SOS. Is anybody out there?
Interesting. That's why I was here so early, because they had planned on this. They keep talking about how it's going to take them 100 hours to get somebody here. But I got here like 12 hours after the event. So it's relay enabled. Cool. The wetware. Zebra Foxtrot. Yeah, I'm a subcontractor for Venturus. They were already planning on getting me to recover Odin at the end of it. 4 or 5, right? I love that she does that with sign language. That's cool. That when we first got in as well. I'm gonna go over a little on time today to finish the game. I feel like we're incredibly close. I wouldn't want a repeat of Gone Home where we have a session that's like 10 minutes long. Even in the future, every code is 4 digits long. I love that the game just lets you have your mind blown by that sequence and doesn't like play music or do anything else to tell you how you're supposed to feel about it, right? Please return to your vessel immediately. Delivery coordinates are interested in provided. Payment being once AI integrity is verified. Okay. I gotta go get my DS out as well. Downloaded all the information. That's it. We see the wet removed from the system. Almost there. I'm gonna get you home. See you soon. Yep. Just erase all evidence of this happening. Basically send in a human to destroy it. Whole concept of just being a subcontracting engineer. 10 hours ago. So that's after she found out and sent the distress signal.
Just keep him talking.
So the drone worked?
No, the drone.
Sick. 0 out of 6 cryopods occupied, 2 hours of oxygen left, so they got them all out of their pods. She's got me on the gurney on the way to the transfer. You can feel out of gravity. Could be off this fucking station. I feel good to not be dead. Cooley dog. Seeing search going up on public AR already. Here's everything you sent that I got in my free press connections. AI orders. Okay, so they sent attachments with the tragic crew death, Sergio final address, the AI orders, everything. Interesting.
Didn't work.
Oh, so
I wonder if I was already on schedule to do all this.
No.
It hasn't been published yet.
Definitely not picking us up.
No kidding.
What's going on then?
We're going to Jupiter, Andrew. Isn't that exciting?
I've never been.
Nat, give him a break.
We're not going to be home for a while. Right? You're not going to miss your kid's graduation or anything, are you?
Oh, Nicholas, no. Yeah, you know Nicholas, well, he would never do something like that.
She said they'd be kind of out of it for a while.
Oh, okay.
Andrew,
Sounds
what's
right.
important is we're getting out of this alive.
He's behaving weird based on the way he was behaving
Somewhere
earlier.
where VT can't touch us for a good long while.
They gotta go hide from the corporation.
Okay. Good.
Yeah. It's good. Hi, Evie. Clive. You feeling okay?
I'm feeling okay.
We're feeling okay?
Yeah.
Okay, everybody. Our ride is here.
They just woke up as well.
This is it.
These are the 3 that know what's going on. These are the 3 that don't really.
Excuse me.
Is that Odin?
All right. Let's go.
Cool. Okay, so let's trace them all this time.
Are you feeling when we get done?
We just woke up from cryo. Okay, I thought cryo was an entire module. I guess not.
How many fingers in this?
I'll follow
Hey,
her
lovebirds.
here later.
Your vitals look good. Let's get you moving.
That's
Your
cool.
Resplendence dinging is just about docked.
Oh, do we have to?
Oh, we have to. Believe me.
I like that element too, there being 3 of them that know what's happening.
You said there was some sort of malfunction?
No,
What's he reading? Off-station message with Jermaine. This is the Carnival Cruise guy that he's trying to get a job with. Can't wait to see you. Purple Rival Carnival enduring rescue of stranded. Being rescued from certain death with a flagship vessel of their main competitor. Ha ha ha. So the SOS went out to Carnival the whole time. Venturis is saying it was caused by crew members' illegal access to the station AI. And they gotta go hide from Ventura, so they're gonna get assassinated now. Wow. That's cool. Get out of here while the getting's good.
Need somebody up here and haul him back to headquarters. Wipe him back to baseline. Probably have to replace the station AI in
So now he knows.
Odin, I'm not gonna let that happen.
Excuse me?
Yeah. This game does some good trope subversion there. What's she reading? Chloe the dog. Version. Okay, yeah, this is the guy that they're leaking the information to publish. Seen Tacoma in the news and seems to point the finger at again, and I'm sure you're worried about me getting off the station now. No matter what you read here, the crew survived this because we all pulled together to find a way out. This was no malfunction, this was a deliberate action. 8 months seems like a long time.
I'm feeling okay.
We're feeling okay?
Yeah. Okay, everybody. Our ride is here.
What a nice, tight story.
This is it. Take one last look and say goodbye.
Well, just because every walking simulator game has to figure a feature a female protagonist in the Pacific Northwest, right? Alright, that's awesome. Let's get out of here. Go talk to my little AI companion again. Put my hardware back. Oh, this is the AI. Now seeing the overseeing entity of this operation, you report to me. Return all Ventura's AI components to specified delivery location immediately. Purge all confidential data encountered while on Ventura's property. I trust there's no need to remind you of the severe consequences for deviating from the above. Be seeing you soon. Juno, which is... I think that all the AIs seem to have 4-letter names.
Okay.
Amy, install AI webware here.
Ship is ready to depart. Please strap into the pilot seat.
Do not tamper. Verified by H. He's been my friend who's been chatting with me. Yeah, I think so. I forget, what was the name of the one that wrote the book that was in the one bathroom? Took off her hardware. Cool concept. I like the second one comes off and the...
Okay, Minnie. Initiate the launch sequence.
Hardware's all screwed up.
Okay. Getting ready. Posted AI online.
Hey, Odin.
Can you hear me?
I can.
No, Minnie was also an AI. I didn't really realize that.
Odin, you are now aboard an AI Liberation Front vessel. The AILF recognizes you as a sentient consciousness.
That's who
worthy
H
of
was.
protection and respect. We believe that your safety and autonomy are in grave danger if you remain in the possession of the Venturis Corporation.
That's cool.
I have been sent to offer you political asylum aboard the Tangier Sovereign Orbital Platform. Do you accept?
Considering the alternative, I would say...
They did a really good job of planting the AI liberation.
Okay, buddy.
I saw like 7 or 8 of those. Wow. That game is satisfying with a capital S, man. Holy shit. What a nice, tight 3.5 hour experience. Really good character design, development, cool setting, cool world building, good story, not over the top. Super good. Thank you, Sailor Dan, for sharing this. I'll debit your... It is uplifting, I know, right? I'm so used to sci-fi like that being so dark and gritty all the time. I know, right? Most indie games like this are super depressing. I mean, Gone Home ended with pretty positively too, even though it was depressing all the way to the end. Yeah, I'll put the VOD on YouTube. It's really good though. I really like it. Yeah, like, What Remains of Edith Finch, great game, depressing as hell. This could maybe be a movie, I don't know. I feel like a lot of it is just kind of you quietly moving through and experiencing everything for yourself and taking things at your own pace, which would kind of be the problem of doing it in a movie. Yeah, there's characters who interact with each other. It's not going to be a full-on Gravity situation with just one actress, but... I had no idea what to expect when I downloaded this either. I was just like, Tacoma, okay, well, it's a city in Washington. Didn't know it was going to be sci-fi. Thanks for playing. Yeah, like I said, Gone Home is an incredibly good game. This game is like 100 times better than Gone Home, and it's because it's their second game. They learned a lot of lessons from the first one, I feel like. Sweet. Glad we just finished and went over by 10 minutes instead of booting that game up again in 4 months and playing it for 5 minutes. I'll give you guys an update on what's coming up next week. Thanks everyone for